but would definitely like a couple of wickets in these power play overs. You'll know Rangpur have a powerhouse middle order. Sami, Pereira, Shakib Al Hasan himself, Mohammad Nabi. So there's plenty of people there that can get the ball up and over the boundary. Just don't know whether one of those guys there, I know it would have been a brave move, but maybe to get one of them up the order to come and open the batting, because it really is a tough ask against world-class bowling for him to go out there and find the middle of the bat straight away and make an impact. Really, really is tough for the young man. I'm sure he's feeling a lot of nerves as well. That's what I'm talking about. That can backfire on you. He's looking at the umpire thinking maybe that should have been called wide, but what he's doing is he's hanging leg side of the ball and therefore not getting in line. And I just don't know if he hangs in there and suddenly gets out for 5 or 15 balls, something like that. Is that not done them a disservice? You'd have to think that because of the pedigree that's waiting in the dugout, why not get him in early and give someone the opportunity of really scoring? He's only played one T20 game, and that was in April 2013. This man. They're going to hurry through. End of 3 overs, 13 for none. Well, this is what's transpired. The first qualifier is done. Camilla Victorians won it. They're in the final. The eliminator is done. Barisal Bulls sent Dhaka Dynamites packing, and that's what's transpiring today. The second qualifier, the Rangpur Riders against the Barisal Bulls, and then the Camilla Victorians will play the winner of this particular encounter in the final. Goes for it, and I think he's got enough on it. Well, there you go. Just when I thought that he might not make a difference in this game, was feeling the nerves, he slotted one over mid-on.
Wow, that was a heck of a shot. Proper pull. All the way, he's powerful. He's shown that.
That'll settle him down a bit. It always does. One big hit. Suddenly you feel that you belong. Suddenly you feel that maybe you can do a bit more damage. Nicely played away on the offside. Just be the single. So doing exactly the right thing. Get a boundary and they had a single the next ball. Rotate the strike. Get your senior partner to face.
If he's successful, it'll be the biggest bold move I've ever seen in my 25 years of being involved with cricket, to be honest. He's never played a game. He's played one game of T20 cricket in his life. It was April 2013, and in that game he got a golden duck. He got out first ball. So what would you want to, what was there that the coach has seen in the nets over 3 weeks in 10 matches that have been played, to not play him once, and then in the most important game of the entire tournament to pull him in, and he gets off to a flyer here and wins the game for them. It's kind of things you make movies of.
Maybe there was nobody else. Joel Islam's injured, maybe one of the other cover batters is injured, so there's just bowlers left. They wanted to play a local batsman, and he's got his chance.
First class though, he's got 100. So that tells you a story, that he's not a mug with a bat. He can bat. And that would have been, you'd have watched him in the nets, you'd have seen this guy batting, you'd have thought, well, geez, he looks a competent batter, he looks good, just can't get him in the side. And you're right, maybe get to the point where you got some injuries and eventually you're thinking, well, I've got to get him to play.
Bounce carry. He hustles you, does Alamina saying. Trying to play the cut shot too close probably on this occasion, but a jag back as well. But that extra bounce proving his undoing.
Backed it in a little bit. The one ball left in the fourth over. They've got 20. That's just going along at 5 and over. You'd be happy with that as long as you haven't lost wickets.
Not convincing, but a run nonetheless. So end of 4 overs, 21 for none now. Ten of 10 for the man playing his first game. Lendl Simmons 9, and he's taken 14 deliveries to get to that 9. I think it's about at this stage that he'll look to open the shoulders a little bit and try and find the boundary. The pitch so far looks a good one. Looks like the ball is coming on. Nothing untoward. I'm sure that he will have ascertained that by the balls that he's faced thus far. We've seen one shot played in anger. Russell Almuthan hitting one way over long on for 6. Kevin Cooper into the attack, greeted with a lovely cover drive right up in the slot, and that's exactly what you need as a batsman to get your innings underway.
Well, again, no swing there at all, and he hasn't got a lot of pace. He relies on slower balls, and he's bowling to a guy who'll know he's bowling well. Two West Indians can have his work cut out. I'm surprised they didn't bowl a spinner. 2 right-handers in. You're just feeling that it gives a bit of bounce around. So far, he's played 8 matches, got 16 wickets. Look at the economy rate. That's what counts here. Under 5 and over. In 5 for 15. What a return that was. He's been a wicket taker. He's broken partnerships when he's been brought on to bowl. They'll be hoping for this again. That's his strength, is the slower ball. Interestingly enough, also, is that you see second on the list there, that Shumu Saka, is that he's an opening batsman, and in a must-win game, in a high-pressure game, a guy that's had some success, and he has played really well opening the batting. Why on earth is he not in there? And to add further to that is he's a left-hander, so it gives you that left-hand, right-hand combination. Toe ends it, change of pace from Kevin Cooper. He's done that well all tournament. Just get the feeling that he picked that Lendl Simmons, and we're a bit disappointed he didn't put it away. It was wide. It was there for the taking. Have a look, there it is. And I just think that the last minute just didn't get that front foot across enough. Well, that's the danger with Kevin Cooper. He may bowl just too many slower deliveries. That's Shamashaka there. Padded up. Padded up. He's opened the batting.
Goes again. This time, not out the middle of the bat, but still gets it in the gap and will be able to trot through for 2. I'm guessing he got sent in there to play some shots, play some unorthodox cricket and try and catch them off guard and hit a few boundaries.
Well, that's the other side, and no one knows him. So they haven't done any preparation on him. They're not sure whether he's a front foot player, back foot player, how does he slog, where does his hitting area is. So there's something in that as well. If we can find any merit in it, maybe there's something in it there.
It's up in the air and will bounce just in front of the man at short fine leg. Change of pace again from Kevin Cooper. Wry smile from the debutant. 5 overs bowled, 28 for none.
Rangpur Riders 28 for none after 5. Careful start. Good, they haven't lost a wicket yet. Living up to the decision they made of winning the toss and batting first. Which is good if you're looking at the games that were played yesterday. The sides batting second or chasing was struggling big time. But have they got the correct playing 11? Listening to the discussion, but agree with Pat, what he's been saying about a few guys who probably could have featured in the Rangpur Riders, especially after they lost the Qualifier 1. And I welcome Danny Morrison to a foggy evening here in Dhaka.
Evening, Sackers. Evening, all. It is a strange little heavy haze, isn't it? But that's what you get at Dhaka this time of the year. And this has not got quite all. Yes, it has. There's the first one. Pumped to pieces here in a knockout situation in the 3rd edition of the BPL. Courtesy of Simmons.
Yeah, Tajul Islam didn't do that well. He wasn't reading Simmons. Simmons had moved away already, trying to make room for himself. He tried to follow him, but couldn't really fire it up into his pads. Got it right in that zone where Simmons was allowed to swing his arms. That's a maximum, taking the score to 34 just in the last over of the power play. Again, round the wicket.
Yeah, our colleagues, and I tend to agree, don't like to that often with Patrick Simcox, but spinners, I'm amazed they haven't had a punt with this guy earlier. That's a lovely stroke downtown. Almost goes to another maximum. But spin, take spin off the equation and you're going to get in trouble, you think, with a quick me. Simmons says, I don't mind. I'm going to get stuck into the young spinner and not let him settle. Left arm going away from 2 right-handers, I actually concur with. But this is inside the power play. Little bit of a risk.
Swept and 4. Tajul Islam is under some pressure here. In his first over, he's been hit for a 6 and 2 boundaries, and Simmons is taking him on.
As Caribbean Calypso Kings do. This guy Simmons is one heck of a talent when he gets set and gets going. Very talented, and I tell you what, his uncle, who's got the test side there in Australia, is miffed he doesn't play red ball cricket. Power play's done and dusted, 14 off it, 42 without loss here.
For Simmons, and he hit the bowler, that's Tajul Islam, for 14 in the over before this. Russell is not out, 12, runner ball 12 for him. 2 changes for Rangpur, Abu Jaid in for Alameen and Russell Mamoon in for Zawrul Islam. Still no misball Haq for Rangpur Riders. That's a question only those guys can answer who are sitting in the dugout. Because he should be playing, simple.
Well, this guy's playing. Here's Prasanna. Off the Emerald Isle. Gorgeous Sri Lanka. Can he bowl beautifully? Should he be allowed to settle in this big knockout semi-final. Tremendous atmosphere here. It's almost a full house. They're still coming in, but be disappointed that Dhaka are not here. Lovely late touch, and Emirates can't get there. Here's another one going to the fence, courtesy of Russell.
It might be foggy, hazy or damp outside, but the outfield is still very quick. Once it passes the infield, and if you're chasing, you'll never win that race. And that's a clear example of that. Russell gets a boundary, and Rangpur are now finding the rhythm after winning the toss and batting first, putting some pressure on the bowls at the moment. 46 for none. Oh, that's a good ball, and that's well played as well. Was it bad first? Umpire doesn't think so.
And young Russell, heard Pat Simcox talking, he hasn't played any T20 cricket, only one. There who's thinking of actually playing a horizontal bat shot. And yeah, Prasanna knows. He backs himself to give it to Mir. Lendl Simmons has just come down the track to have a wee chat with him. Try not to premeditate or get too sloggy and lose your shape. That is a good result for the double R's there, because Simmons has now got back on strike. You're too short, you're going to get moosed. On the front, if you're lump, well, that's always going to happen with a brand new white cricket ball in this form of the game. Only 5 off the 7, that's 47 for none.
So Prasanna is the overseas replacement for Chris Gale, who is not available to the Bulls anymore. And they've already bowled him the first over. 1 for 5. In the first 7 overs, we've seen 5 bowlers. So that's bowler number 6 now coming in, Emrit. A lot is expected out of him as far as the Bulls are concerned, with the ball and the bat.
Superstar from Thursday night, that is for sure. Got them up and in with some confidence because of his innings and a bit of momentum at the back end of that game on Thursday night, match 30. What's he got for Russell? He's such a handful. Emrit, when he gets it right, he gets lucky, does Russell. Yeah, bowler just letting him have a little glare there and let him know who's around.
Was there to be hit, he wasn't really behind it, got a thick edge. Thought would get a 4 on that, but the third man is very, very, very straight. Was able to cut it off. Ahmad Sami there. In the 8th over, 48 for none. They haven't lost any wicket. That's the positive for Rangpur Riders at the moment. Simmons on strike.
And once again, the beauty, franchise T20 cricket. A couple of West Indians up against each other, know each other so well. Back home in the islands. Back to Russell. Nicely set, both these players. Simmons 29, Russell's on 18 from 18. Here we go, the young fella. That is straight and clean. Of course, this field is out there now. It's going to bring up the 50. That is a lovely cricket shot downtown.
The long on and long off are pretty straight, so they're able to cut these off. Again, trying a slow one. It's hit very straight. 2 Sri Lankans, a West Indian and an Afghanistan player, the 4 overseas for the Rangpur Riders today. Change of pace, working. Got to get a big one today, Simmons. He's looked good, especially against spin. 29 of 27.
Onus on the shoulders of the overseas stars. Simmons and Pereira, Sammy. And keep the strike here. Thought about hustling for 2, did Simmons, but working it around, keep hustling, keep moving. And yeah, Muhammad Nabi, discussion about that, isn't there? Your countryman not playing. Sikandar, not happy chappy, are you?
I really don't understand. Why not? Should be playing. I don't know, we've been discussing about the bowling option that Nabi offers. 7 wickets in 6 matches. Batting has been struggling. Why not have someone who's got lots of experience? And he's the guy to come in when you're nothing on board and too many wickets down. 8 overs gone. 52 for none. And 20. That's a good start. Captain would be happy. Winning the toss, batting first. Put up 140 plus. You're in it.
We get another Q ender here, have we? At speed and nearly right at the bottom inside edge. Thinks he should have hoisted that away to the grandstand balcony. He got something on that, I can tell you. If he didn't, he'd be gone. Toppy that slides on.
Sweeping the leg spinner. Not really a fan of over extra cover, are you? There you go. You expose your stumps, you go back too deep into your crease, and you fail to meet the pace on the ball.
First one down now in this all-important knockout semi, courtesy of Prasanna. Been confident enough to give it some air at the leggy, and rightly so. Dips down, slides on, smashes into middle pole. Yeah, beautiful little send-off from Prasanna. Russell's got to go for 20. First one down. The 52, and umpire Martinez from Sri Lanka. Time for a timeout.
Not easy, boys, not easy. Come on, boys.
Sarkar, the new batsman, is joining Simmons. Russell is out, bowled by the overseas replacement for the Bulls, Prasanna, getting him out for 20. On strike. Should be wide, yes.
Looking to break their challenge of the double R's versus the double B's.
Come on.
The Riders have beaten every other team in the tournament except the Barisal Bulls. Bulls have won those two previous encounters. Now, Ilma's come in, lefty in. Break this up a bit. That's the move they need. Got to have left-handers in the top there with the right-handers to break the lines and lengths and the angles for the bowling opposition. Good work. Coops! KC. Long frame gets down. A little bit frustrated here. Inside edges. Bottom edge there. Went back when he shouldn't have. Paid the price. Time for a soak in a hot tub for you, young man. Well done, Prasanna. One to go in the ninth. Only 2 runs from it in a wicket. Simmons, what's he got with the last ball? He's got nothing. 9 done, 54 for 1.
Brave Rangpur Riders deciding to bat first, allowing the Barisal Bulls to chase. They've chased 4 out of 4. And as you just mentioned, Danny, that the only team they haven't beaten, the Rangpur Riders, twice, is the Barisal Bulls. You are with the Bulls, aren't you? You are such a bully. You would be with the Bulls, I know that.
Lucky to be here, son. The double Bs also beat the double Ds on 3 occasions. They are a form side.
Working it around for a single. Emrit is good, working it out. And let's go to sidelines and join Amreen.
Alright, we have with us Mr. Afzalur Rahman Sinha, Chairman BPL Governing Council and also Director of BCB. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, today this match, it's the second eliminator and of course the second last match of BPL Season 3. So how the journey has been in total so far?
I think if we speak about the last year, this year definitely it has improved a lot. And I think we are much more successful than last year.
Okay, sir. So, how do you think this event, BPL, it's gonna be of any help to the youngsters and, of course, for the domestic players?
Of course, for T20, yes, because we don't play too much of T20 here, and playing this sort of T20, it will help us. And recently we were playing T20 World Cup. That should help us a lot.
BPL season 3 is doing much better than the previous ones. So how this BPL is gonna get more bigger and better in future? Any plans?
Well, see, since it has been very successful this time, we'll be planning in much better way next time. And we hope, we are very happy. We couldn't imagine that it would be so much successful. So next time I think we'll try to work out in a much better way so we can attract more people.
And what about the crowd? Are you enjoying the crowd?
Yeah, the crowds are definitely enjoying.
Anything for Channel 9 viewers?
No, thank you very much. Channel 9 has given us a they are doing very good service, and we are very happy with them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for talking to us. Well, that was the Azalur Rahman, of course, and over to Combox.
Thank you, Embreen. 57 for 1. It's 2 balls in the 10th over. Emirates doing a good job. He's in his second over. Hasn't conceded a boundary. And what's wrong with him? Suddenly, he got the top of his mark. Oh, something's gone in his eye.
Watch out for those moths here. Big suckers too, aren't they? Now the bowling has been pretty sharp from the Bulls. Absolute cracker. Simmons ends up on his guts, kissing the turf. Got York beautifully. Young Abu Haider knocked this man over. Emirates all happy. Yeah, I was just saying about the Bulls, they've got the best economy of the tournament, 6.26. Head of the Vikings of 7.8 there, and 6.34 with the Victorians. Dynamites, they're around about 6.87. Now the Riders, well, they're up at 6.72. So in terms of that bowling as a unit, collectively, the Bulls, pretty good. This guy's not bad.
Bulls good, but remember, they don't have Lewis. They don't have Gale. I don't know who's going to open for them. Last ball of the over. Waited for it. Couldn't beat that short third man. Just a single to end the over. 59 for 1.
One tall building, that's all so far in the first 10 overs. They need more of those because they're going at 5.9 per over. Might not be enough. You need to just ensure that you get almost double the amount of runs you got in the first part. Well, at least 75% more. Then you'd have a chance. Then you'd end up with around 140. Need that. Very hazy here. Wonderful crowd in. Support for both the sides. Starting in alongside me. That's Simcox. Good evening, Simo.
Greetings, Shamim, and to all those out there just joined us. Put on the telecast. 59 for 1 in 10. Packed house. You must be loving it. It's your hometown, and the spectacle is beautiful. Lovely to come to the ground and see this.
It's very gratifying to see. I mean, even you expect this kind of a crowd for a T20 match, but let's glide it on nicely for a single. You get big crowds here for a test match, and that's the most gratifying thing. The support of cricket. The drums are here for both the sides. We saw some samples of that yesterday. Shades of Sri Lanka.
Nah, they're Bull supporters. You look at their both jerseys on either side there.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you have a lot of that stuff happening in grounds in Sri Lanka. Smash straight, and oh, that's good work. Well done in the deep. Commitment shown.
Yeah, this is really good fielding, and we've seen a lot of good fielding. We've seen good ground fielding like this. We've also seen a lot of good catches, and that's been impressive about the whole tournament. Some amazing catches, really. Yeah, some of them. Have a look. What a wonderful catch. And then that one went really high. Remember that. I remember that catch, really. While we watch that, there's been a call of a no ball, so it's a free hit.
That's the free hit, and it's hit away quite freely. No problem at all. It was a full toss, and all he had to do is swivel around and head it away backward of square on the onside. No problem.
Yeah, you wouldn't be proud of that as a free hit ball.
Sometimes you tend to try and get it underneath the bat. What is he annoyed with? It's a terrible ball. No fault of the fielder. And he gets rides on top of that very nicely. Just tiptoeing onto his full height and putting it away for a single.
Yeah, well, there you go. One off the first, and then the no ball. 4, and then single. So all of a sudden there were 9, and really that no ball was a basic. It was just because there were only 3 men in the circle. You've got to have 4, and 1 was out the circle. Attention to detail.
Oh, bottom part of the bat. Try to glide that one down to third man. He's got it away, but not from the middle of the bat. Yeah, just talking about that no ball being given. The umpires have so many areas to look at. You're looking at the front foot, no ball. You're looking at maybe the bowler clipping the bails off on his follow through, one cutting the sidelines, and then of course how many fielders are there within the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, but on the field, you know, the wicketkeeper, he looks around, and the captain's always moving people around, and the bowler, between the captain and the bowler and the wicketkeeper, somebody's got to shout, "Whoa, stop the bus, there's only 3 in the circle." And if you really are aware of it as a fielding side, we all know that in these crowds you can't hear much, so you've got to keep watching the captain. And if you know when there's a fine leg up or a dip mid off back or vice versa, we all know that. So it's a really basic error, that, and that was costly. 2 runs off the no ball plus the 4.
Can matter a great deal when it comes to the reckoning at the end of the game. Gone underneath that one. It's in there. There's a fielder coming underneath that one. He's not going to get to it, or did he? Did he get to it? From the reaction of the other players, I think Mohammad Sami has taken a stunner.
As good a catch as we've seen in the tournament, this. From a man who's not really a young man anymore, but it's a big wicket at this stage. He had to come forward, he had to judge it well, it was dipping on him, and he had to dive forward and hold on to it. Magnificent catch, really. Look at this. Wonderful, wonderful catch.
He's claimed it. The umpire, I think, has given it, and so Shoma Cocker has to walk back. 70 for 2.
Just to check to see if there's anything wrong with the delivery. Nothing there. And for me, pretty clean catch. Yep, I'm happy with that. In the hands. No bounce there in front of the hands. If it had bounced there, it would have hit him in the teeth.
Having another look at that catch that was taken cleanly, the third umpire wants to have a look right there. Does it bounce back into his, before his fingers close in around it? Another look, slow it down, there. What do you think?
100% sure he caught it. In fact, 110%.
Right, the umpire's going to give the final decision. And Martinez, that's it, that's confirmed. Well read, Hudson Cox, so that's definitely the wicket of Shomo Sarkar. Captain comes in, Shakib Al Hassan. They haven't been really given the start that possibly expected with that new boy in, Barisal Al Mamoon, who for me pegged the innings back ever so slightly in the first part. I know you had some opinions of why he was there and why he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, but I think those opinions now, Shamim, I think that the start's been good enough now. I mean, really. You know, 11 over 70 for 2 with one man in. I think eventually Russell sorted it out and he ended up getting away with it. Merits of selection are debatable. But this man has got a very important role to play. Being in good form, he always looks in good touch. He always does. It's like a lot of time to bat. Bases.
Shomo Sarkar missing out once again. He's been a little disappointing if you see his performances right through this. This is an excellent catch by Mohammad Sami, the senior citizen. Look at the amount of ground he covered and diving as the ball was dying on him. Exemplary. And the bowler must have been absolutely delighted. Stroked away, but straight to the fielder.
The key now is Lendl Simmons. He could very well hold the game right here in his hands. He's got 40-37 and he's quite capable of going really big. He's capable from here on still getting 100. 9 overs. He's that kind of player. Tonight, you're going to take the score deep. He gets out and 2 new men walk in. They've got Shakib's just walked in, somebody else walks in, they lose runs. So I think it's a very important time that Lendl Simmons is batting on now.
Chops that away, straight to the fielder. Go through for a run. Interesting. Shy of the stumps. And that gives the opportunity for that run which wasn't there initially.
There a chance? Was there a chance on that run out? If it was, it could be just a defining little moment here. Oh yes, oh absolutely. Oh, had he hit there, Shakib's gone for all money. He had his time.
Yeah, that was well short. He didn't even try to make a dive for it. He'd given up completely. Very, very lucky to be still there. Straight back to the bowler. This is good from Riyad Emrit into his third over.
Gee, that's a big moment. Wow. Shakib's walked in and taken a crazy run. He's had all the time to throw it at the stumps. Didn't miss it by much, but had he hit, that would really have put a cat amongst the pigeons. Look at how close it was.
Look at that pickup dive, rollover, and a shy. Oops! Close, very close. Slices that. Fortunately for him, it's eluded that fielder there. There is cover in the deep. Darian Nafis. Interesting state of affairs. Everyone's engrossed. Supporters of both sides coming in numbers here. Now the left-hander on strike. That's the field for him. On the offside, a deep third man back at point. Deep cover and a long off. And long on at wicket. Deep backward square leg and final leg. Have a look at the 2 wickets that have fallen. There we go, the first one.
bowling up completely. Wonderful from Prasanna. And what about this catch from Mohammad Sami? Getting rid of Shoma Sharkar of the bowling of Cooper.
One ball left. Stress on the owners, supporters.
Timing is not there. They're getting the runs in singles. The run rate being restricted to 6.25. 75 for 2. Mohammad and Alamin Hussain opening up. Haven't seen that kind of a pace combination by most of the teams. They've at least used one spinner to start off with. Kevin Cooper's bowled well for a single wicket. Sikaku Prasanna with 1 wicket, and look at that economy rate 3.5. Very parsimonious. Now Shakib just eyeing his field and having a look around at where they're positioned. Changes taking place for the left-hander, deep third man. Backward point coming into position now. There's the sweeper cover, orthodox cover, and a long off. There you are in your picture now. 2 within the 30-yard circle on the offside, 2 within the 30-yard circle on the onside. Alamin Hussain with his third over. Just back of length, pushes Shakib back, stucks it away for a single. Thought of a second run, wouldn't be wise to do it or to take it. The progress of play now, Pat, I think you don't want to lose wickets, number one. And this is Kumala getting into the finals in the first game. Delighted the crowd, and they're just waiting to find out who their next opponent's going to be. Those are for 4 wickets or more or 100 runs. And this is the celebration. That smile tells you all. Abu Haidarani, point of this BPL from the domestic players. The international arena now being represented here by Lendl Simmons, who's compiled 41. He's got the start. I just feel that he has got to shift gear now. Got to try and take the attack to the bowlers. Throw a little bit of caution to the wind. Try to go over the top. Oh, that got low. Tried to cut it. Couldn't connect.
A lot of people in the top rows, Shamim, I'm always interested, but the bottom rows, there's a lot of space left for seats. A lot of open seats there. I'm not sure why. Why is that? If I look around the ground, you know, such a big game, and that may be the day of the week or what it is.
It is the first day of the working week in Bangladesh.
Ah, there's a lot of places open still.
They're all saving themselves to come in for the finals. Yes, I am a little surprised too compared to the other days. Lot less people in today. Oh, he dropped it. I think Ronnie Talukdar got a hand to it. That smiles, or rather annoying smile, tells you that story.
Did he slip? Did it dip on him? No, regulation. Keepers practice that kind of catching all day. Yep. Real chance. Real chance.
The wicketkeeper didn't look too committed on that dive. Really, he should have looked a little casual when he was going for that take. Gives him the charge, gets underneath that one. Is it going to go to a hand? He's going to sail over for a maximum, but just going over.
Yep, the drop catch and then down the wicket and making him pay. Now that is a powerful stroke. Middle of the bat. Can clearly see that. A lot of height and just over. And that'll hurt. That'll hurt the bowler, and it'll hurt the wicketkeeper more than anything.
Is rubbing salt into the wound, isn't it? Could have been back in the hut. Now he's on the verge of a half century. 47 he's got. Of 41, Lennon Simmons. He's on the prowl again. He's walking to meet the ball, but it's intelligent from the bowler. 2 quick runs. That's good running. He's just taking the eyes off the ball for a moment to see where the batsman was doing, and in the process they stole another one.
Yep, that's a good call. Shakib was running to the danger end, so he called it. Would have been tight, I tell you, had it hit. So 1 ball left in the 13th. They're going along well here, the Rangpur Riders.
Drifting down leg, that's going to be bowled again. Wide signal by Mr. Martinez. Those magnificent bikes, the Italjet Max bikes for the person, the player who takes 4 wickets or more. And also, if you score a century, there's just been the one, even though he's getting to get one of those for scoring 100 runs. Lone Centurion. Back of length, hops on his back foot and gets his 50. Does Lendl Simmons. Well played. Second 50 of the tournament for him. 13 overs completed, 86 for 2.
রংপুর রাইডার্সের সিমন্সের জন্য একটি জোরে চিৎকার শুনতে চাই।
Barisal and Mahmood, the surprise element when it came to selection of the team. The was thrown in at the deep end, but still managed to score 20 of 23 balls. Gave that little bit of a support to Lendl Simmons, who's not out on 50. Shoma Sharkar disappointing again, scoring 6. Look at that support. Dancing in the aisles. A lot of music going around in between overs. When a boundary is hit, when an over boundary is hit, when a wicket falls. Lovely. The ambiance here at the Sher Bangla National Stadium. Really, really entertaining. Cricketertainment to its hilt.
Yeah, Lendl Simmons has done well. He's entertained. Some lovely shots. Got himself to 50 now. Message will be, got to go deep. Oh, that's a poor delivery. Really poor delivery. Can't bowl there.
Right, Emrah, guilty of drifting one down the leg side. Easy as they come. Just a little roll of the wrist. Little glance. Up you go. Don't need to chase that. Just switch it.
Yeah, and the hard part is it's the first ball of the over. You run up and bowl one down the leg side with your fine leg up. You really put yourself under pressure for the rest of the over now and the side.
And a good comeback. Just got that channel, the corridor of uncertainty. Kind of back off. Lennon Simmons has compiled those 50 runs very well with shots all around the ground. What a lovely looking cover drive that was. Then he'd charge after you, pull the ball over the top, sweep the ball. Got all the shots in the book. A 360-degree player. Look at that. Straight as an arrow. Wonderful performance so far for his team. Come at the right time.
Yep, he's played well. There's another single. They look for 2 maybe. And Shakib wants it, and they'll get it. They'll get it. Good running. Good running. But Simmons now moves to 56, and there was a defining moment here. Watch the keeper. He got there more easily than he thought. He fell over. He really fell over into the hands. And who knows? Now, I don't know the history of his keeping, but something tells me that he's not a regular keeper when I look at that. Because that's a regulation catch for a keeper.
Yeah, I agree with you, but again, I thought of a second run, but Normally, it's been pretty good standard of catching in the tournament. If I have a look at what's transpired earlier, Mohammad Nabi coming over his head. What a catch that was. And we had that catch by Shakib Al Hassan. Back, keeping his eyes on the ball. Bit of a fumble, but eventually hung on. And this is Pereira to his own bowling. Hit very hard. Another good catch. Saklang Chojit is taking a diving catch at third man. And it's whipped away. Look at Shogataham Chaudhary diving forward. This is stroked away. Back live for a single. So it's a little unfortunate that that drop had come on a crucial match like this.
You know the keeper, do you? Does he keep? He doesn't always keep for Bangladesh, does he? Has he played games without keeping?
No, not at the top level, but he does keep on a regular basis. He's a regular keeper. I mean, it looked a little out of sorts. He's not a specialist one. He is sort of a secondary keeper, but you can call him that.
Okay. Well, that makes kind of me feel better. Last ball of the 14th, 95 now for 2.
.79 is what they're going at, having lost those 2 wickets, but I think they'd have preferred something in the region of 7.5 at this stage, maybe given them the impetus to take it over the 160 mark. Go along at about 10 from the next 6 overs, be about 155, which should not be too bad, but 8 wickets in hand.
Yep. He's so happy at this stage. But then we know in this kind of form of cricket, 2 overs, get a low score, 2 wickets fall, another low score, and all of a sudden, the great start you've had dissipates and you end up 20 less than you should have. That happens in this kind of cricket. So it's all about staying in the moment, staying in this present time. You can see there's a tendency to get more big overs now. Wendell Simmons, we've spoken about it, holds the key.
Prasanna, 2 overs for 7 runs. This has been exemplary.
The big little occasion happening here.
You see that movement by Wendell Simmons moving backwards and then forwards, trying to upset the rhythm of the bowler. Bowler not to be drawn into that. Bowls a good line and just restricting them to a single.
Interesting they're drying the ball. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of dew around tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty evident that because of the haze, you could see that there would be some dew and a little bit of sunshine early part of the day. Rather hazy all day. Normally, if it's cloudy, overcast in the mornings, you don't get too much of a dew. Hold that. But just 1 bounce, thankfully. Maybe got the meaty part of the bat to that, it would have gone to hand.
Well, if you're telling me there's a bit of dew now, you can be sure that the side bowling second are going to have even more dew. Look at there, look at that. So it's every ball now, it's drying the ball. So it's got to be damp.
Look where he moved away to, and he's played it just beyond the fielder there. That is really well-controlled shot. He was on the move when he's playing the shot. The bowler tried to follow him, bowled it wider, but still latched onto it.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Very good. Oh, just dived over it. Well, maybe it was close.
Smith fortunate that it struck his pads and deflected away. It beat it all. He might have been stumped. Talking about Ronnie Taluk, though, I was saying that only T20 matches where he's kept wickets are in this tournament. Yeah, and he's kept 6 times in List A cricket, 56 matches. Never kept in first-class games. That shows. Well spotted, Pat Simcox.
He's never kept in a first-class game. He's kept 6 times in the last... Yeah, okay.
That kept low.
So what has happened here, the Bulls have gambled on a keeper and not a regular keeper who can bat a bit. That's what they've done. And that little gamble could cost them the match.
Swings round. The captain, is it gonna go? Yes, it is. For the maximum. Wonderful strike to finish off the 15th over. It's 109 for 2.
Rangpur Riders' activation and the challenge starts with the time.
Starting to build for the Rangpur Riders, and at this stage 109 for 2 will feel that they're in a very good position to take advantage of these last 5 overs, and if they can do that well and get round about that 160 mark, which will mean scoring 50 in these last 5 overs, I reckon that'll be a very, very handy score, taking into consideration the type of game that it is, straight knockout, the pressure involved with chasing. And Shakib Al Hasan did mention that at the toss, that he thought runs on the board was the way forward in such a high-stakes game. The last 3 overs have been productive. The last one in particular. Simon, 63 of 51, 13 of 9 for the captain, Shakib Al Hasan. Can he get to 100? Can he find the boundary? Can he emulate his countrymen? Only 100 in the tournament thus far. There he goes. What a shot. What a shot. Down the wicket, gave himself a hint of room, and then freed the arms to hit it over extra cover.
Slashing Simmer. Simmons down the track. And he says, I'll have a piece of you, buddy. Alamin. Under the sword. Yeah, look at him. Little tension now in his last over. He's gone for a few here in this knockout. 67 from 52. Skipper's in. And as you say, Ali Cat runs on the board.
Now then, trying to be innovative, gave himself room, previous delivery on this occasion, walking across his stumps, trying to find the gap on the leg side, fine leg, square leg, up in the circle. This is the 6th last ball of the last over, right in his arc. He loves hitting away over that leg side, Shakib Al Hasan, and it was exactly in the slot, able to free the arms and get it somewhere near the middle of the bat. That's better. That's better. He's got to be spot on. Not only Alameen Hussain, but the rest of the Barisal bowlers, because when you've got a man in this mood, Lendl Simmons, and also Shakib Al Hasan to come, Darren Sammy to come, also Pereira, you've got to be spot on. Right, those are the broadcast partners. Neo Sports in India, Pakistan is Geo Super, UK Premier Sports, Ireland is Setanta Sports, the Caribbean is Flow Sports, US and Canada ESPN, and MENA is BN Sports. And just a reminder that it's distributed worldwide by Elite Media. At this particular juncture in the game, Mahmudullah has got to be liaising with his bowler regularly to understand what he wants to bowl so he can set the field accordingly. And I'm sure at this stage it'll just be trying to get the ball in the block hole, bowl Yorkers, and also change of pace, slower balls, and that's meant that there's just a slight change in the field. Third man has gone back. Got him right up in the block hole. What a comeback from Al-Amin Hussain. Had the potential to go for plenty in this over, but he's got the resolve to get it up in the block hole and get rid of the captain.
Crowd comes alive here in the second qualifier. As Al-Amin for the double Bs gets it bang on. Rips out middle pole as well. Thoroughly spot on. Shakib in the final. He's gone for unlucky 13th on the 13th of December. It's 114 for 3 now.
And time also for the strategic timeout.
দেশ বা কোনো সম্প্রদায় সম্পর্কিত এমন কোনো আচরণ করবে না, এমন কোনো কাজ বা কথা বলবে না যা উক্ত খেলোয়াড়, আম্পায়ার, রেফারি, কর্মকর্তা অথবা অন্য দর্শকদের মর্মাহত করে, যা অপমানজনক, লজ্জাকর, ভীতিকর, হুমকিস্বরূপ অথবা অপবাদমূলক। বর্ণ বৈষম্যমূলক আইনি ধারার প্রয়োগ। দর্শকদের স্মরণ করে দেওয়া যাচ্ছে যে জাতিগত বৈষম্যমূলক কোনো মন্তব্য অথবা কর্মকাণ্ডের সাথে জড়িত হয়ে থাকলে তাদেরকে 1. মাঠ থেকে বহিষ্কার করা হতে পারে, 2. অপরাধমূলক আইনি ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হতে পারে, 3. ছবি অথবা ভিডিও ইমেজের মাধ্যমে শনাক্ত করে তাদের বিরুদ্ধে আজীবন নিষেধাজ্ঞা আরোপ করা হতে পারে। দর্শকদের দৃষ্টি আকর্ষণ করছি, কোনো অবস্থাতেই মাঠের ভিতরে খালি পানির বোতল নিক্ষেপ করবেন না। আমি আবারও বলছি, কোনো অবস্থাতেই মাঠের ভিতর খালি পানির বোতল নিক্ষেপ করবেন না। খালি পানির বোতল নির্দিষ্ট ডাস্টবিনে ফেলুন অথবা নিকটস্থ ক্লিনার নিকট জমা দিন। এ ব্যাপারে আপনাদের সহযোগিতা একান্তভাবে কাম্য। ধন্যবাদ। এবং দর্শকদের উদ্দেশ্যে আরেকটি কথা বলছি, আপনাদের যার যার নিজ মালামাল যা কিছু রয়েছে তা হারিয়ে গেলে বিসিবি দায়ী থাকবে না। আমি আবার বলছি, আপনাদের নিজ নিজ মালামাল নিজ দায়িত্বে রাখুন। যদি হারিয়ে যায় তাহলে বিসিবি এটা দায়িত্ব নেবে না। ধন্যবাদ।
Lendl Simmons turning it on here for the Rangpur Riders. 68, he's got off 54 deliveries. He's played really well. Tisara Pereira new to the crease because Shakib Al Hassan has just missed one from Al-Amin Hussain. Beautiful delivery, yoked him. You all know what he's capable of doing, Tisara Pereira. Size 10 will come into play. And he's going to have to get cracking from the get-go. Tisara Pereira, he likes doing that as well. 152 runs in the 12 matches, batting in this sort of position. Strike rate of 123, should be higher than that really, with the way he goes about constructing an innings. Best of 43. Having said that, this particular tournament we've seen a lot of low scores, 120, 130 probably the average, so Striking at 123 is probably above average. Full toss, aiming for the Yorker again. And he's not able to capitalise. And he'll just get the single and retain strike. End of 16, 117 for 3. Mohammed Sami was good up front, 2 overs, none for 9. Al-Amin has finished his 4 overs, 1 for 30. Kevin Cooper's just bowled the 2 overs. Prasanna has 1 over remaining as well, so it'll be interesting to see what transpires in these last few overs. Riyad Emirates as well has completed his 4 overs, none for 24. So it probably looks like Cooper and Mohammed Sami will be the 2 that are turned to. However, he might just want some spin as well, maybe Prasanna to bowl his last over.
Here is a change. Mohammed Sami. Seen the captain get yorked. Here is another Yorker specialist. It's Sami, when he gets it right and has got the radar happening, deceptively slippery. Another lefty on strike, this time Pereira.
He's got to get it right. As do they have to get the running. Misfield. How often have we seen that? Run in a misfield, you find yourself in trouble. But all's well that ends well for the Rangpur Riders.
Absolute beauty. On the charge. Stump cam and got killed. Oh, right on the money. Now, Pereira's gone out. Lefty for a lefty. Pereira, one heck of a strike rate. Being told his career strike rate is 142, Pereira. The best of any batsman in the double R's. But it's time for a bit more of Lendl Simmons now on strike.
Got to make sure he gets it right, Mohammed Sami, because he'll have a few memories from last night where Malcolm Waller climbed into him and took 20 off his over. So he'll realise that if he doesn't get it right, he can disappear.
Those guys have got it right, haven't they? Private chairman's lounge there. Looking at proceedings. Second qualifier. Ready for a bit of Pereira. Can he get going like Waller did last night?
It'll be wide. Length was right. Just the direction, not so. Yeah, it's outside the guiding line. So fair enough, fair call. He looked back and looked at the umpire, thought he had been hard done by. But that evidence there proving that the umpire was right. 137 matches for Thisara Pereira. Plenty of experience. There's a strike rate of 141. That's what we know he's capable of. They'll hustle, but Lendl Simmons will settle for 1, and probably rightly so. He's the man in. He probably needs the bulk of the strike at the back end.
And all of these wise men will know that Lendl Simmons is now the top scorer for the Rangpur Riders in this tournament. Of course, previously it was a man of the match performance from Jahrul Islam against the Victorians. He got that 62 not out, not playing in this sudden death match because of injury.
What a shot. You'll have to say that once he decided to get inside the line and scoop it over fine leg, it was exactly the right delivery to get. Poor bowling from Mohammed Sami, trying to get it in the block hole, missing it by a long way.
And he goes into the 70s now. Lendl Simmons. We're going to chat with him prior to the coin toss. He too, like a lot of West Indians, leaves Bangladesh's shores and heads down under to Australia to play in the Big Bash. Goes to the IPL and the CPL. All of these gentlemen are blessed to have these guys here. There goes the middle pole again. Mohammed Sami gets it right this time, and it's the end of the Pink Gun Simmons.
Perfectly executed. Poor the delivery before. Tries the same shot, Lendl Simmons. This time, Mohammed Sami has the last laugh. Right up in the block hole. He does get a wee bit of bat on it, and that deflects it onto the middle stump. Huge wicket at this juncture of the game, because Lendl Simmons was on a roll and about to cause some serious damage. So he's done the job that's been required of him from his captain. Just a check here on the no ball. That's fine. There's a good part of the heel behind the white line. So Lendl Simmons is going to go for 73, 125 for 4 now. Sami straight away into his work. 17 overs bowled, 3 remaining, 126 for 4. Two new men at the crease, not ideal from the Rangpur Riders' perspective. They would have preferred for one of the set batsmen to hang in there to the end. But in the form of Pereira and Sami, they have very good strikers of a cricket ball, and we'll hope at least one of them, if not both, can come off and get a few to sail up and over the boundary line. Mohammed Nabi and Mithun still to come. So there is still a couple of batters in the wings insofar as taking advantage of these last 3 overs is concerned.
Time for the West Indian connection. One leaves, one pops back. Here's Sami versus Coops. Big Kev Cooper. A little bit of West Indian clashing out there. Yeah, it was keep saying about this radar. Batsmen move around the crease. Got to give some credit to the bowler too. A little change up, slower one. Whilst Simmons got a little bit of bat on it. The idea was smart. Take some pace off, get it full. Got the result.
I agree. There needs to be a set batter at the crease to take advantage of these last few overs. That's probably what he's saying. Reading the game superbly well. Right, Tasara Pereira up against Kevin Cooper. Big swing, but it's gone straight up in the air. Who wants it? The bowler's calling! And he gets it in the end. Mahmudullah Riyad, I think it is. Yes, it is. He came advancing in, and Cooper's going, it's mine, it's mine. Mahmudullah kept advancing, but the important thing is that Kevin Cooper kept his eye on the ball. And he's taken a great catch in the end.
Tell you what, Alley Cat, Mahmudullah would have come second. A lot more of Kevin Cooper than Mahmudullah. Look out. Oh, could have been messy. Let alone the drop catch. Clash of heads or jaw into nose. Oh, yes. In the end, desired result, Pereira goes for 5. It's 127 for 5 here.
do. That'll do very nicely, thank you. Third man up in the circle, and he's managed to get it between the keeper and a very fine third man.
Yeah, a bit of fortune here for big Darren Sammy. Length. He's opened it, to be fair. Was trying to put it in that region. Now it's just over off stump. Fine leg, third man up. And that's the tricks of Cooper. You can tell with a field like that, he wants to bowl a lot of slow balls. It worked against Pereira. There's a big shout, but I reckon that's sliding. Martinez says, no, stumps are everywhere. Let's have a run out as well. Have it a double play. Hey, it's Sunday.
He was taking his time, Darren Sammy. I'll tell you what, if this is out, this will be a travesty. He was busy listening to the appeal, thought nobody would throw at his end, and then suddenly had to get a move on. I'll tell you what, he's going to make it just. And that little lunge at the end, and luckily he's quite a tall human being, so he's able to get the stretch in and just get it over the white line. Pretty easy one for the third umpire, but he would have had his heart in his mouth just for a millisecond there, Darren Sammy.
Also, just been told with that boundary, Darren Sammy's brought up that. 2,000 runs in this form of the game. Super strike rate, super player, super athlete. Can he make a difference for the double R's who've slightly lost their way, you'd have to say? Mohamed Nabi's in. Lendl's gone.
Yeah, they're in danger with these flurry of wickets of maybe only getting 145, 150, and that'll probably be 10 runs, maybe 15 runs short of where they were looking at when Lendl Simmons was at the crease. 77 matches for Mohamed Nabi, so quite a lot of experience there. They'll hope that one of these two, Darren Sammy maybe, is the man to find the boundary. Good stuff from Cooper straight. Such good variance of pace. 18 bowled, 2 remaining, 134 for 5. Right, so can they get something done at the end here, these last 2 overs? They would love to get 20, 25, get it up to 155, 160. If they can keep it down to 150, the Barisal Bulls will feel that they've got a chance. Good pitch. We've seen nothing untoward in this surface. The ball has come on. There hasn't been much turn. So I think that the threshold insofar as what's achievable by the chasing side is very much in order. Have a look at this again, those big mitts, huge mitts, and they get there first, and thankfully so.
Muhammadullah, highest taker of catches in this BRB Premier League. Here we go, watch out. He's not going to get there, is he? That Mumma's himself. Couldn't get there. He's done himself a mischief as well.
Heck of a shot from Darren Sammy, because he didn't get it too wrong. Did Mohamed Sami was full, and he managed to jam the bat down it at the last minute, scoop it over square leg. Valiant attempt. Looks like the captain, yeah, Mahmudullah, just digs in the knee at the end there. This is a cause for concern because there was definitely a jarring. Have a look at that. There it is. Oh, now then, that could be very, very painful indeed. It's sort of the ankle, then the knee, isn't it? Not good. Not good.
And Ali, both knees. I saw that replay there. Everyone's aware. Lewis is out injured, and of course Christopher Henry Gale's not here. He's gone. Lot riding on the captain and his performance with bat and hand. Watch. That knee, then that knee. And the ankle. Oh. Bang. And ow. Yeah. Uncomfortable, but he's back. And that's the best thing.
Look at the policeman going, I support the Barisal Bulls. What are you doing? Need you to bat later. Threads it into the gap. Really good shot. The key to the success of this stroke is his hands. Watch how he keeps them going through the ball right to the last moment, so he places it to perfection.
Heck yes. Yeah, cross-seamer, length. He's got that extra leverage. He's such a tall guy. He's about 6'3" or 4. Darren Sammy. And Kevin Cooper gave up the ghost early. Such was the timing. Sammy in his last. Whilst he's got Lendl Simmons, he's got to be careful here. This is an important over for his team. Get it fine down there, but it's smart positioning of Sammy because he slides on so much quicker than you think. Just wonder if he's brave enough here, Mohamed Sami, to bowl a couple of slower balls. He's got half an over left. He's got a new man in. Got to get it right, though. Slow ball, tennis ball type bouncer, or does he try one of those fuller ones that got rid of Simmons? Because Nabi's only just got to the crease. Face one delivery. That's all.
Tries for the Yorker. Thick outside edge. They'll come back for 2. Got to hurry. Gets there. Gets there. Really good running.
Throw had to be a goodie. Spot on and right over the bails. It wasn't because he sliced it. Gave him time to come back. Now cross-seamer again. He's going with a cross-seam. Let's say that dew factor. Ball's got a little bit greasier now. And that had to be right over the stumps.
That's really quick. Takes off from Yorker length. Keeper taking it by his ears. And he's hit 2 boundaries. This was the first one. There's the second one. I'm correct in saying there's 3 actually. Yeah, that's the third one. Really, really good stroke, that last one. So he's 17 off 8. Darren Sammy doing the requisite damage at the end here. Squeezed out by Mohamed Nabi. They're going to think about 2, but this time gets to the fielder quicker and able to keep it down to 1. 1 over remaining, 147 for 5. Dramas in their dugout at the moment. All seem pretty relaxed, think that they've done a handy job. And when your team's 4 from 4 chasing, every reason to be a little confident. I reckon this pitch is played really well. I think they can keep it down to around about 155, maybe 160. I think they'll think that they've got a fair chance, the Barisal Bulls. But they're going to have to bat really well, and somebody's going to have to get in. I think that's the key. Just like Lendl Simmons got in and was able to get 70, they're going to need someone to do that. Down the wicket. What a shot. What a shot. Kevin Cooper tried to adjust, and he's just managed to flat bat it over cover.
Wow. Cooper seam up. Nabi a bit of bat up. Horizontal over extra cover. The 150 comes up with a fat bat slap over cover. Captain of all Afghanistan. Oh dear. It hasn't gone to plan with that slow one from KC.
Not at all in these last 2 overs. Might prove very costly indeed. The last one went for 13. This one, 5. And we've only had 1 ball, so still 5 deliveries remaining in the innings. The third 50 coming in just 28 balls. That's up in the air. Is he underneath it? Yes, he is. I just thought maybe he'd got enough on it, but it comes down inside the boundary rope, and Ryan Emmerich makes no mistake.
And as cool as a Caribbean cucumber, it's Ryan Emmerich. Sat back on the deck chair, rolled it out and said, oh, that's too easy. 6-1 down. Mohammed Nabi goes for 8. It's 152 for 6 now.
Sammy on strike. They did cross. And he's hit it for 6. Kevin Cooper tries the short one. Not intelligent at this stage of the innings. And Darren Sammy clears the front leg and clears the ropes.
Just missing a bit of music. Wow, this guy can do it too. Just saw that slap from Mohammed Nabi. And now this one. Sitting back waiting. And he knows some of the tricks of Kevin Cooper. This might be lucky. Is it safe? No, it's Gonski! Hit and run. Darren Sammy's out of here. Made a cameo little 23 though.
He's done some damage. 23 of just 10 deliveries. It was probably in the slot. He'll probably be a bit agitated that he hasn't done better than that, Darren Sammy. And the advancing fielder makes no mistake. So you'll get his second wicket in the over, Kevin Cooper, but not before Sammy's done some damage. Gone for 23, 158 for 7. Ultimate off should just be the one. No, they're coming back for 2, but I don't think they're going to get there. Really well done by the wicketkeeper. Top take, and he whips the bails off, and well, he's way short.
Mr. Mitten, gotta go. I can't blame him. Final over. Could have been a poor throw. You never know, and he might have snuck in. But Tigel, it's a good throw. Through to the correct end. Pick up. Oh, that's a good take too. Almost on the half volley. Well and truly short of his ground is Mitt. So 8 down. Mitten 1 from 1. It's 159 for 8.
Last ball of the innings. Another length ball, change of pace, and they'll come back again for 2, or try at least. Oh, he's done it again, the keeper. Take a bow. Really good stuff at the end. Really good stuff. That one wasn't such a good return from the outfield, and he's had to roll it about 3 yards. Still made a connection with the wickets. So they've pulled back the over. Okay, 13 from it, 13 from the penultimate one. Means 26 has been realised from these last 2 overs. Have a look at this. He's struggling. The batter struggling. Doesn't even try and slide the bat. He knows if he hits, he's gone. Amongst all of that, Kevin Cooper got 4 for 39. He gets a motorbike, but he'll prefer to win the game, I'll tell you that, and he might just have to do some batting later on in this innings. Mamadullah just getting them around, still limping. Wonder what effect that will have on his batting when he comes out, because he's an integral part of this side. But he just got them together out there, and I reckon he was saying to them, this is a good pitch, guys, we've done well. I reckon we've restricted them to something we can chase down if we bat properly. Lendl Simmons was outstanding, 73 or 57-20 for the debutant Russell, and then 23, a cameo at the end of just 10 balls from Darren Sammy, and that means the Rangpur Riders have achieved 160 for 9 in their allotted 20 overs.
A really good performance in the end, because the first 10 overs went for 59, but the last 10 went for 101. Quality there from Kevin Kirby. Might have disappeared for a little too many for his liking, but he still gets a 4 for and 2 wheels. Prasanna 1 for 20. That was useful. And a look there at the bottom. Emmerich didn't get any wickets. Not my word, he was economical. Time to go sideline with Sikandar.
Thanks, Danny. I've got Mohammad Sami here with me. Sami, you guys as a team must be having a total in your mind. Where do you want to restrict them? You think it's a little too many?
I think wicket
The perfect left-arm spinner's delivery. Pitch leg, hit off.
Yeah, he played around it. I was just going to say, to give credit to the spinners from both ends, they're not allowing the batsmen to free their arms at all, bowling at the stumps, and that has paid off.
There's the big shot, had to come over. Just clears the man out at mid-wicket. Much needed boundary for the Chittagong Vikings, and Umar Akmal has provided it. Last ball of the 14th over, 90 for 3.
This time he leans back, makes room, cuts it away. Chase on, the ball's going to win the race. Oh, that's up in the air. There's the fielder. He's going to take it. Thank you. That's an easy one. Good ball from Abu Haidarani. Kulaseka, the new ball, has got underneath that one. That's going to go the distance. It's into the crowd, or has it gone out of the stadium? To wait and see. Big strike, just what the doctor ordered.
My goodness, that is humongous. Oh, now let's have a look. Oh, it's gone. I think it's gone. I think that's gone out the ground. Bye. Bring another one.
Oh, what a shot. One of the biggest sixes I've ever seen. Sure, down the leg side. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Couldn't afford a better gift than that on Christmas Day. Oh, missed it completely. Things have around. Oh, second grab at the bite at the cherry, I think, is short. Yes. The wicketkeeper didn't get him. The bowler on his follow-through did. Last ball of the innings. Couldn't get a hold of it. Excellent bowling at the death by Nuwan Kulasekara. Take a lot of credit for restricting this Chittagong Vikings total to 135 for 5, and that completes the 20th over.
That's up in the air. He's pitched it up. Has he got the first wicket? Yep, he has. What a catch. It went up a long, long way. Just had to move back a few paces. Sharp, there's another delightful stroke. He's leg glided a few on that occasion, on his toes, and punches it through the covers. What a shot. Everyone just stood. He's found the gap again. Going to be lots of wides here. It'll go all the way to the rope. Oh dear. Start of the 11th.
5 of them, easy as they come. Got to be more disciplined with your bowling. Just drifting down the leg side. Misses the bat. Misses the gloves. Disappointment writ large on the keeper's face. Down over the top, over the infield. Is the fielder going to get to it? No, he's going to bisect 2 fielders. Very good evening once again, and welcome back to the Sherabangla National Stadium here in Dhaka for the second part of this interesting qualifier number 2, Rangpur Riders versus the Barisal Bulls. Set up very nicely. Batsmen coming out with a purpose. They've got their work cut out because the Rangpur Riders have posted 160 runs, 8 runs and over. The crowds coming here in numbers. Always gratifying to see such crowds coming in the first day of the working week. Maybe a little less than we anticipated initially for qualifier number 2. Going to be Ronnie Talukdar, who did his bit with the behind the wicket earlier, opening the innings, the right-handed batsman. 22nd match for him, 356 runs. A long way to go in this format of the game. And it's going to be the captain opening up for the Rangpur Riders, Shakib Al Hassan. Bites the ball, drifts on the leg side, doesn't get the bat, into the pad. Alongside me, good evening to Danny Morrison.
Hello, Shammers. Yeah, big occasion this, and of course no Gale for the double Bs, and no Lewis and 160 on the board. Going to have to be very careful against the wily spin of the captain, Shakib Al Hassan. Runs on the board, Shammers. That's what they wanted. That's what he wanted at the toss.
Three arm balls. One's deflected away to open the count for the Barisal Bulls. Yeah, they've got to be a little wary, as you said, of those spinners or the non-spinners from Shakib Al Hassan. Sikuki Prasanna comes in first up. I mean, there's another experiment with the opening batters.
Hell of a strike rate, but of course he bats further down the order normally. So here's the experiment. I can tell you it's the third highest total the double R's have posted in this BPL this year.
Barisal burners can take heart from the fact, Danny, that they've won all the matches that they've chased. But the Barisal Bulls have won the matches they've chased, so that's something they can take a lot of encouragement from. And that's the arm ball once again, deflected off the pads.
Cricket gurus appreciate that the double Bs have chased down on 4 occasions and got there. This, though, is the highest they've got to get. Batting second, 1 for none after 1.
And 60 for 9 is what Rangpur Riders got, as you heard. Barisal Bulls have chased down 160. This 159 is what Dhaka Dynamite scored earlier in Chittagong. Got it for only one down.
It was a heck of a chase, wasn't it? Stunning. At the gong, of course, a different surface there in Chitters. Arafat Sunny. He loves a motorbike, does this guy. He's got one already. What's he got for us in this knockout semi?
Little hint of a turn there. Single.
So dominant. Against the Vikings, he pumped it to all parts. He's not here, of course. Smashed 6s galore in that innings of 92 from 45. Simply extraordinary. Big bye, that's all I get. Missed out there. Felt they would have missed out. Sana.
Yeah, well, he kept on going, and one-handed 6. What about that? It just makes it look so easy. 9 6s in that innings. Really lighting up the darker sky. Fireworks all round. And Chris Gale was on song, doing great guns. Look at that. Look at that. Long. 92 is what he ended up. Not in the team today. Played a cameo of 31 to start off with. Yesterday, got them into this Qualifier 2 stage. Has flown off.
It's a heck of a bat. I've lifted those bats over the years, and speaking with Coach Graham Ford, just saying, no wonder he's got a sore back. The bat speed of Gale. There's enormous blades of Chris Gale's. Edges on the modern bat, but his are so heavy as well, Gale's.
It's up in the air. This fielder coming around has covered a lot of ground. He's got it! Pereira! Smile breaks out on his face, and he can take a lot of credit for that catch. Covered about 20 yards and judged it to a nicety.
Oh, and Ronnie T's got to go. Blight took it on, sliced it. Inside the first 6, trying to go big. Pereira out in the deep. Yep, smiles and high fives all round. It's done the trick. There goes Ronnie for 2. It's 3 for 1 now.
Kabir Rahman, well, he will be required to get a move on. He did that yesterday. It took a bit of time to get his first run, if my memory serves me right. It took 13 balls to open his account, but once it did, really got after the bowling and started hitting all around the ground. Oh, that hurried onto him. Did well to get down on it. Down ball from Arafat Sani.
Fine bowler. Spinners. The shortest form of the game. Able and keen to hold on to the new ball is so important. Hustle there, that's good. Ends the second, it's 4 for 1.
Ronnie Talukdar back in the hut, trying to hit one out of the ground, splicing it and holding out to Pereira in the deep of the bowling of Sani. So Prasanna, who's been sent in as a pinch hitter. There you go. The intentions are pretty clear. He's gone over the top. He's gone for the maximum. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
Smashed into one of those umbrellas down on the boundary. Out of their seats and rejoicing. The double Bs are underway. Inside, this power play crucial. Oh, there you go. Put on your hard hats. Here it comes. Sweet.
And you'd expect an arm ball after that first one. Shakib Al Hasan tried to float it in. Have a look at Ronnie Talukdar's fall. It's just with that big wide bat of him, just sliced it. Couldn't keep it in control, and a good take in the deep. That's going to be close. That's out. Yes. I thought that was going for the middle and leg stump. The arm ball was anticipated from Shakib Al Hasan. It slid it past the edge of the bat to hit the pad pretty much in front.
Well, he didn't go anywhere, Prasanna. Here we go. Sliding on. Yeah, just straight enough, in fact. Just a hint of straightening. And umpire Martinez raises the right digit. Little cameo's gone. For 7, Prasanna, it's 2 for 10.
Going to be Shahriar Nafis taking strike. It's into his 4th match, I think, of this BRB Bangladesh Premier League. Oh, he's not afraid to go sashaying down the wicket. And the very first ball is in the middle because of this.
Lovely seam position. Looking to work it. He knew what he was trying to do, Shakib Al Hasan. Brilliant bowling. Prepared to give it air. Got it on a bit of string at the moment as the captain for the double R's.
34th match for him in his T20 career. Do with an improvement in the strike rate, that's for sure. 102, interestingly. Not out, his best. There's no mug with the bat. We all know that. He's been in and out of the Bangladesh national squad. Showed a lot of promise, but just could not be consistent enough to catch the eyes of the selectors. Bit of a mixed bag this over. First went for 6, then a wicket. And just playing it past the diving batter to open his account with a single. 3 done, 11 for 2. It's going to be hard work from now on. 161 the target. The Rangpur Riders did exceedingly well in the second part, in the second 10 overs. Score about 101 runs. Excellent work. And now they've lost 2. Whole new ball game here for the Barisal Bulls.
Both spinners operating. Started with 2 left armers. And I've noticed specialist fielding position and the fielder. The man who took the catch way out in the deep, Teixeira Pereira. He is running from end to end of this ground because of his ability under the high ball with good hands. There it is. It's going down to Pereira there. Now he runs from that position on a diagonal all the way down to our broadcasting end. Inside the first 6, of course, only 2 men out. Very, very vital key position. Pereira, international star. And Shakib has said, "You're my man, get out there." End to end.
Arafat Sani tends to give the ball more flight than the Shakib Al Hassan. Extracts more turn and grip from the wicket. Oh, come on, you got it. Communication sorted out.
Is he in the dugout there with the feed? This guy's doing. And Pereira swapping around. Specialist positions, so important. Right man in the right place. It was a good steepling catch, made it look easy.
Must say, that was very good, very sharp of you, Danny Morrison, to spot that in the field.
No, such a long way away, aren't we? Need binoculars. And a helicopter to get back. Jabbar Rahman. Ah, the vampire, I call him, those eyes. Scary eyes of Sabir Rahman.
Not as scary as yours when you give the pirate eye. 87, the strike rate. Not good enough, but the last innings was a good one for him.
Stunning it was too. 41 he scored. Bearing in mind, took him 13 deliveries to get off the mark when he was batting with Chris Gale here yesterday evening.
Charge, misses it. Thought of an appeal there. Not quite. Have a look at yesterday. Shabir Rahman, once he got going from the 13th ball, the shots all around the ground. Lovely sweep. Pumps one right over the top. A long, long way. That was a little bit of a fortuitous shot. Getting a kick outside part of the bat. This one's a little tickle around the corner. I don't know if there's a bit of bat on it or there's going to be a signal. No signal from the umpire. One from that last ball. 4 gone, 13 for 2. 160 for 9. Good work from the Rangpur Riders. Started off slowly, but then stepped on the gas. Barisal Bulls in reply, tottering at the moment. After 4, 13 for 2. Sweep, just over the top. Maybe got a pickish part of the bat, but there was that sweep. The swing of the sweep took it over the top.
Sinking his teeth into this one. Shabir. Yeah. He's a little bit of luck, but no. Wanted to give it some. 2 men round the corner, but they're up inside the circle in the power play. Captain, a little grimace there, thought he might have been in business, but no. Little subtle change in the field, deep backward square now, goes a little finer.
Lights it, he's up to it, he's taking the chances. He's throwing caution to the wind and getting the result.
He's taking on Shakib Al Hassan. Moved the fielder from mid-wicket round a deep backward square. There's the air, the flight. Says, go on, I dare you. And he does. Confidence from yesterday's innings to the fore.
Absolutely, but watch out for the arm ball now. Shakib has tried 2 balls, which he tried to give it a little bit of air, trying to get some purchase of the wicket. You see the man going back, giving the protection to the last shot. But watch out for the arm ball, as I said. There it is. No spin, a quicker one. Just zones in, hones in on the batsman.
Oh, there's some aggression there and frustration. Shakib hurls this back in. No need. Subtly rattled, but he shouldn't be. The 22 for 2 are the balls. He picks up and hurls it. Now that could have been nasty. Smashed into the back.
On the leg side, that's going to be a wide. Yep. Lucky that it got a bit of a deflection from the keeper's feet or his pads.
If he's running through with that, the previous run that went through, this is the wide, but the previous one, a little flustered and a little rattled. Shakib. Now it's missing. No need to appeal for that. In fact, Nafis has missed out.
Yeah, I think that's more important. He feels it, that is missed out. Have a look at the 2 boundaries in this over. One was that sweep that took it over the infielder, and then going against the spin, taking Shakib Al Hasan on and getting the results. Good work from Shabir, but this is Shahriar Nafis. Gives him the charge, plays it past the bowler. Lovely looking shot. He knew exactly what he was doing. On the move, very balanced, and gets 4 runs.
Loving the challenge here, thrown down to Shakib Al Hasan. Footwork, clinical, exactly we wanted to pump it. Straight through mid-off for 4.
Big over so far, 14 coming from it. Stepping on the gas at the right time. Wants to finish it on a high. Shakib wants to bowl, a dot ball or get a wicket. Throws it down, plays it straight back past him. There's a fielder converging on it, gets a foot on it. Pereira once again, who else? And saves a couple of runs. Most expensive over so far. 16 from it after 5, 29 for 2.
Acceleration from the Bulls for a big over, 16 of it. Still they need a lot more than that. They need to score consistently at a high rate so that they can catch up with that worm, the green line. 132 of 15. We just keep going back to the toss, how important the toss is. We've seen sides winning the toss and going to chase. Today, Rangpur Riders had different ideas. I don't know, Alistair, how happy you were when Mahmudullah decided to bat first, but I'm sure he would have loved to see the score on the board at the end of the 20. Full toss, that's a bad ball from Nabi. That's a bad one to start off with. You can't bowl looseness in a T20.
How much impact is the dew having on the grip? That's my worry. He said, yes, it's an awful delivery, full toss, and especially in the 6th over, only 2 men out, easy put away. Just wonder if there's a bit more moisture on the ground and getting onto the ball than we think up here. We saw Mohammad Sami bowling and drying the ball on his trouser leg. We see all the fielders, including Mohammad Nabi, with the white towel tucked into the back of his longs.
Last 7 balls, 4 boundaries. And that's a big one. That is big. That should cross. Yes, it does.
Now then, they needed this acceleration after 4 overs. They were nowhere, the Barisal Bulls. Suddenly, they're right back in this contest. Mohammad Sami tried his best to keep it inside the boundary rope, but he's decided that he's going to go after him. And he's just waiting. and then realises he's got enough on it. Tried to keep it back inside. It would have been a great effort because he was up in the air. If he just got a bit more hand on it and got it inside the boundary ropes, would have been a great save. In the end, it's cost 6-10 off the first two deliveries. Big appeal, but it's outside the line. Now then, talking about this dew, have a look there. Now, definitely moisture. No doubt about that. Have a look how much is on the surface. Now, just as I said, just wonder how much this is going to impact the spinners in particular.
I'm telling you, don't take your expensive shoes outside. It can get quite slippery. Lots of grass tends to stick underneath, and when you've got those spikes, you've got to really scrap off a lot of grass and sand which gets stuck to it. Oh, that's a leading edge. Suddenly, things have shifted Bull's way after some big hits, some boundaries.
Yeah, it has. A good comeback in the over as well from Muhammad Nabi. 4-6 and then 3 dot balls. Had the makings of a massive over. Bowls another dot ball. It's a great comeback. 10 from the over though. 6 bowled. Ended the power play. 39 for 2.
So they need somebody to get half the score, just like Simmons did. Someone who can get a 75, 80. Now their replacement to Gale, Siko Prasanna, is gone. But someone who's a bit of a finisher, Emrit. Chabir is still there, not out 20. Who would be your pick? If you want to bank on one batsman from Bulls, you feel can take the game away from the opposition.
Well, he said there's one guy that needs to bat through. Sabir's got the start. He's got to convert that start. That's been the problem. But most of the sides haven't got a person like Simmons did to get 60 or 70. If you get that and people bat around, you can get a score. Edge. He's got away with it. Got away with it. Despairing dive from the keeper, and it eludes third man as well.
I just feel that Mitten was slightly slow in his dive. He just took off a little late. Didn't even get a glove to it. Played it very late. There. Well, 4 runs are the important thing in this particular replay. The 4 runs that the Rangpur Riders have conceded. They've got to stop that run flow.
They're leaking big time at this stage. Rangpur Riders need a good couple of overs, maybe a wicket. That's better. That's well played. First one was a genuine edge. That's off the face of the bat and guided down to third man. 3 wickets in the 10 matches. Probably would have wanted to achieve a bit better than that, Darren Sammy, in conditions such as this where bowlers have tended to prosper, the seam bowlers in particular. Decent contribution though, nonetheless. Really decent contribution with bat in hand today. A little cameo at the back end of the innings, allowing the Rangpur Riders to get to 160. Just getting his field right. Just a slight change in the field. 3 men out on the leg side now, all on the boundary, nobody in the circle. So there is a single all the time, and if you judge it correctly, maybe 2, not on this occasion. Fielders aware on the boundary and were in swiftly enough to prevent the second. You ask me, I think Sabir, the guy that's in there, but Mahmudullah, when he comes in, is obviously a man that they'll look to get some runs and get them over the line. Who could forget Raid Emrit, the innings he played the other night from nowhere. Maybe he'll make a contribution tonight.
Just that when you tend to lose your superstar player, Chris Gale not available, you absorb more responsibility and you play a little more carefully, which can be a good thing. when you're chasing. Just accelerate at the right time, round the wicket. I was just going to bring that up to you, and I don't know, he's just read our mind, I suppose. Why wouldn't you bowl round the wicket to the left-handers when he's trying to guide you all the time to the third man?
Yeah, always a good option. Start over the wicket, and if you feel that you're giving a wee bit too much width and you want to cramp the batsman, that's always been the go-to, to come around the wicket and try and cramp the batsman for room. It's very important that one of these two stays in, because you've got another guy in the form of Kevin Cooper that can play a little cameo at the back end, and if you've got 2 or 3 players that can do that, you need a set batsman at the crease. Short tries to play the pull shot, just hurries onto him a little bit. You also mentioned about the toss and how important it was, and in the 10 matches prior to this, the captain winning the toss is elected to bowl first. It's just been a no-brainer, everybody's done it. But the results have been even. 5 won, 5 lost. So nothing really to go on there insofar as a great advantage is concerned. And I think Shakib Al Hasan at the toss, the reason he wanted to bat first was he wanted runs on the board. Not timed at all, spliced it. But they'll get through for a single. And the next half an hour, 40 minutes, we'll see if that's the correct decision or not. 7 overs bowled, 46 for 2. And also time for the strategic timeout.
দর্শকদের দৃষ্টি আকর্ষণ করছি ম্যাচের সৌজন্যে লটারি ড্রয়ের মাধ্যমে একটি মোটরসাইকেল রয়েছে, আকর্ষণীয় মোটরসাইকেল রয়েছে। আমাদের ক্রিকেটের যে নাম্বার রয়েছে সেই নাম্বারটি অনুযায়ী ড্র হবে। তারপর আপনারা এই মোটরসাইকেল পাবেন যদি ড্রয়ে আপনাদের যে কেউ একজনের নাম হবে। তো সৌভাগ্যবান বিজয়ী নাম খেলা শেষ হওয়ার আগেই আমি অ্যানাউন্স করব। তো ম্যাচের সৌজন্যে থাকছে আপনাদের জন্য একটি মোটরবাইক। ধন্যবাদ, থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ।
Requesting the attention of all the spectators present at the stadium. This is to inform you the ICC anti-racism code. Spectators shall not engage in any conduct.
160 for 9 Rangpur Riders. As the last 5 overs of their innings got them 51 runs, but the last 2 got them 26, which means that they got 110 and 15. If the Barisal Bulls want to go at the same pace, not lose any more wickets, they're on track. These are the 2 wickets here. That's the first one. In the air. Catches have been good throughout the BPL 2015. Very well judged by Desara Pereira. That's the second one. Well, no problems for the umpire there.
Right, so Muhammad Nabi is going to get a second over. Went for 4 and 6 off his first 2 deliveries. Came back well, 4 dot balls to finish his over. Got another opportunity here to try get a grip on that ball and see what he can get out of this wicket. There we go. Bit of turn. Seen quite a few from the spinners just go on straight, skid on. No huge surprise with a wettish ball and Dew getting on the wicket, but on that occasion definitely gripped a bit. And I work it away on the leg side. Sharia Nafiz, but able to adjust in the end.
Just feel he's the link Bulls would be looking for. Try to get runs against him. They've got 10 in the first over. He bowls a loose one on a bounce on it. Sabir's on strike. Well done.
Yeah, I think the Barisal Bulls, if they can get to that similar situation, 50 in the last 5 is sort of standard in cricket these days, and I know the wickets here haven't been conducive to scoring that amount in the last 5, but today's pitch definitely, it's much better pitch coming on. But the key there is wickets in hand to be able to achieve that. As mentioned prior to the strategic timeout, I think they've got enough individuals there that can play a few cameo innings that can accelerate towards the end. But it's crucial that they don't leave themselves too much to do. 12, 13 overs or 13 runs and over at the end, that's too much. Got to make sure it's in hand. 10, 11 to the over, fine. But if they're going to achieve that, they need to get a shake on here as well. They can't afford too many overs where they only get 4, 5, 6. They've got to make sure that they're still trying to put the bowlers under pressure, still trying to get that boundary and over.
Well, you're spot on when you say wickets in hand, because at the juncture of the 15th over, the Rangpur Riders were just 2 wickets down. They had 8 in hand. They could afford to experiment this time. Sabir takes the advantage. Something pitched on the middle end leg, and he sweeps it with the spin.
Right out the middle of the bat, textbook stuff from Sabir. Got down on one knee low and knew exactly where he wanted to place it. Spot on. Exactly what they require. Need a boundary every over without taking too much risk. And that's one of his go-to shots, Sabir, and he played it really well.
Can they get one more of this over? Because I don't know if Saqib Al Hasan will give him another at this point. That's 1. The call can be for 2. Everyone has to run in from the deep, but no. Conditions are quite slippery as well. We just saw the amount of dew. It's tough to turn around and be in balance. Good one to end the over. 54 for 2 after 8. They're catching up. The Red Worm, 107 of 72 now. And I won't be wrong if I say that Sabir would be the worry for the Rangpur Riders. If they can get him, not only it's a big wicket, but you put immense pressure on the side chasing. He's in a good nick. 3 men on the boundary on the onside for Sami.
Look at that rate, 8.92. Just remember that, because just get a single and it goes to 8.96. That's the difficulty. They've got to make sure they're still maintaining a fair clip insofar as the runs off every over is concerned. Don't want that to go too high too quickly, and that's when you're forced as a batsman to take undue risk And that's when you fall prey to playing a false shot and getting out.
Too early into the shot once again. It's not the first time this has happened to the batsman, Shahryar. Especially against Sammy. He's getting that extra bounce, trying to bang it hard.
I think he's too late on it, actually. I think he gets him on the splice. Skidding off the wicket. Just got to be careful with that method, Karen Sammy. Got to use it sparingly and use it as a surprise tactic, because you come too predictable and the batsman's waiting on that back foot, and then you pay the price.
Should be a couple here. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for correcting me. Late into that shot. A 58 for 2 at this stage. The required rate is hovering around 8.96. This partnership is important because they came when the Bulls were 10 for 2. And it's now 48-run partnership. Key. That's a good over from Sammy. And that's the winning moment yesterday. There you go, Bulls getting rid of the Dhaka Dynamites, sending them home from the BPL.
They're pretty happy, weren't they? Meant a lot to them, particularly to the dugout and the guys who support the team day in, day out. Very happy with what was achieved by the boys on the park, and Mahmudullah making sure he congratulated everybody.
Really doing a good job, Sammy, here. He knows, he realizes that the Shahryar is definitely struggling against him. He's not reading his pace. He's coming in late on the shots. Mahmudullah doesn't want to sit with his team in the dugout. He's just right behind that glass and he's not even sitting. I don't know if he's padded up. Is he padded up?
He'll definitely have the leg irons on. He'll be waiting to come out there, fall to the next wicket, I reckon.
Now, why I say so is because he had fallen over and he was limping at the end of the innings. 9 overs gone, 60 for 2. So the half of what they need would be 80. Can they get that in 10 overs? Well, we're a little bit too much to ask. 20 runs. But they're going at a good pace because they have 8 wickets in hand. Shabir is not out 30.
Lots of hard work to do that. Look at that required rate. Remember, we looked at the last over was below now 9.18. So they've got to make sure that they keep scoring. We keep reiterating that fact. You can't leave yourself too much to do at the end, otherwise it's too much of a lottery. Right, so change in bowling. Abu Jayed Chowdhury into the attack. 7 wickets in the 10 games he's played. Best of 2 for 5. Big game, big opportunity. He's got to make sure that he's right on the money from the get-go. Cannot afford to have a few looseners, because they get a big over in and suddenly the momentum's back with the Barisal Bulls.
Well, let's go down and join the sidelines.
All right, we have with us here on the ground Mr. Nazmul Karim Tinku, Director BCB, Chairman Umpires Committee. Welcome, sir. In this BPL Season 3, so many players stood out as an exceptional player. Any favorites of yours?
Yes, of course, there is many youngsters. Those are played good. In my sense, there is Abu Haidarani, the fast bowler, playing for Kumilla Victorians, and Russell, opening batsman, playing for the Rangpur. They're playing good.
Okay, sir. BPL season 3, আমরা দেখেছি 6টা teams. They were included in BPL season 3. So, any plans of involving more players, more teams, more international players, so that they can fight with the domestic ones?
Yes, it's a very important thing. If management think will go abroad, we think 1 or 2 teams next year. 7 or 8 teams.
And দুটি মাঠে খেলা হয়েছে, একটা হচ্ছে ঢাকায় হয়েছে, চিটাগংয়ে হয়েছে, and the crowds they were amazing. So in future, do you have any plans যে অন্য মাঠে গিয়ে খেলা দেখানোর, so that দর্শকরা আরো বিভিন্ন জেলা থেকে আসতে পারে?
Yes, the crowd of outside of Dhaka, তারা চাচ্ছে আরো বিভিন্ন জায়গায় খেলা হতে। এর ভিতরে বিশেষ করে খুলনা, the favorite match, and another is Sylhet. We think next time we'll go there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Well, that was Mr. Nazmul Karim Tinku, and over to Combox.
That's this way, not that way.
That's the president's enclosure. Probably asking the guest to go back up. That's where he sits. We're about 45 degrees to your left, Umbreen. Under 100 to get, but just 62 balls left to achieve it. It'll probably be wide, yeah, fair enough. Just thought maybe he would get away with it. But I think fair enough call from the umpire in the end.
The game is hanging in a place where you just cannot pick out a winner. And that's courtesy the 3 overs in the middle, which it gave the Barisal Bulls 33 runs. It's just got this game in a balance. And the next 2 overs, 2.5 overs, will just really decide who's taking advantage. Waited for that one.
But a few big shots in this over, definitely trying to target it. Not able to find that elusive boundary, and after 5 deliveries, there's just been 5 conceded. Pressure will start building. They'll know out there, the batsmen, that they need to keep scoring. It's not just about wickets in hand. You can't leave yourself too much to do. 65 for 2. 1 ball remaining until half the innings is complete. Yeah, that's better. Half body on leg stump. Able to swing through the line and swing it high over square leg for 4. Great end to the over. 9 from it, 10 bowled. 69 for 2 now.
Lovely little partnership building up here between Sharian Nafis and Shabir Rahman, 33 and 22 respectively. And it's going to be crucial that they carry on in this vein for the next few overs and ensure that they don't allow the latter order batsmen to take the pressure. They've got to do the hard work. They've built up this partnership, they've got to carry on. See the Worms now just virtually neck to neck. It's 59 for 1 actually after 10 overs for the Rangpur Riders, and these guys are ahead by 10 runs but have lost 1 more wicket. That's Simcox.
Well, that doesn't look bad, does it? 92 and 60. But I reckon the next 5 overs, your nice stint, this stint, 5 overs of commentary, Shamir, this is where it's going to be. Now, Tisara Pereira, that's why he's playing the hand now. Look at him, 5.92. Now, if he bowls at that economy, this game is gone.
It's gone after it. It's going to be a big one. Oh, just 1 bounce. I thought it was going to clear the fence, but that will do for the time being. Right on, back, the pressure back on the bowler straight away.
Yep, this is it. This is the period. The next 5 overs, it's either the Bulls or the Rangpur Riders in the final, and now it's starting right here. this over. Cesaro Pereira got to bowl well.
I mean, a few pieces of advice. Last ball, last over the boundary, just going down leg side, just swung the bat at it, using the pace of the ball so very well and almost went for the maximum. Effortless shot. Now, Shahriar Nafees and Shabir Rahman going after the bowling.
Gee, I've liked the way Shabir's played, I must tell you. He's upset with that because it was short and slightly wide and he picked the slower ball. He just couldn't hit it straight enough. Too square. Look at him, he's upset about it. He's a classy act. He's on 22 and 38 respectively. 38 of 25 balls. That's a good effort.
Shahriar Nafees and Shabir Rahman, left-right combination, also creating a little bit of a problem for the bowler. Cuts that away. That's going to go past. That's Dalbat for him. Easy as they come.
Oopsie. It's one of those overs. 3 balls, 9 runs. They pumped up on the Bulls. It's starting to come good for them. The pace on the ball, and it's skidding off the little dewy outfield.
Look at the way he played that. It's made it look so easy. Shahriar Nafees on song. Such a lovely player to watch. He's very stylish. And once he gets going, bowlers watch out. There you go, in the middle, Mr. Rajiv Savarwal. Welcome to Dhaka, the MD, chairman of Real Impact. And of course, it's a Real Impact production for Channel 9. Distributed by Elite Media and the cameraman working hard. We have 24 HD cameras covering this wonderful tournament. And it's good to have our support staff there too. They're all looking after us. On the leg side, has a swing at it, missed out. Opportunity missed.
Most definitely. But it'll bring Shabir on strike.
I think it's trying to slow it down. Yeah, that ball that bowlers tend to slide the fingers behind the ball to slow it down and make it look a little more deceptive for the batsman to pick up. Not the obvious ones coming out of the back of your hand, or you're trying to roll the fingers like a leg spinner or off spinner. Ten runs already in this over. Change. The fine leg fielder now been sent to the long leg position, and the fielder coming in within the 30-yard circle at mid-off. Gone straighter, but there is a fielder coming around. He's going to stop it and restrict it to just a single. 11 runs coming from the 11th over, 80 for 2. Interestingly poised, this BRB BPL qualifier number 2. Barisal Bulls need 81 of the remaining 9 overs at 9 runs per over. Quite gettable because the Rangpur Riders got 10 runs an over in their last 10.
Yeah, it's gettable. There's no doubt about it. You know this whole game. It's a funny one. The partnership's now 70 or 51 balls. And you just need one big over. And Shabir is in on 26, but Sabir, I saw him play in innings. I'm trying to think. I think it was yesterday. I think he got 41 or something like 39. They beat Dhaka Dynamites, and he was the man. And I thought he played really well.
He's just carrying on from where he left off last night. It's excellent. He's been on the money right from the word go. He's been timing the balls well. Darren Sammy now coming in. Down the leg side, easy picking. Thank you very much. I'll put that away. Drifting down leg and paying for it.
Now, when you start like that, a boundary off the first one, the bowler's under pressure, and all you need to do is just stay in there. Top shot.
The same kind of result. The first ball of the previous over, straight away, the bowler gets on the defensive. He tries to be a little more negative and no real effort to take a wicket. And that's when the batsmen give you the charge, take the game by the scruff of the neck. What can the experience of Darren Sammy do here? Throwing it down, he reaches out for that. Maybe a toe end of the bat, still enough to take it away into the deep for a couple of runs.
The Beer goes to his highest score in the tournament. The last shot for 4. Now he's just adding to it. But good running, and I sense the ball is now damp. It's due around. It's not easy. It's not going to swing. It's hard to hold. So now, as a batting side, you've really got to capitalise on that.
The other little benefit will be it'll skid on to you. It'll come onto the bat much easier than it did. So, look out. Slow it down. Slower. Did well to tuck around the corner. He read that slow ball well.
And then look for 2. So 7 he's got of just 3. As you talked about, really needing 9 and over. Suddenly pick just one boundary, and suddenly 9 and over is really not tough to get. You've got to stay in the moment though. Make sure the decision making at the crease is good now. Nothing silly. I've seen that too often in this competition where the batsman is set up and really all it means is stay in. Look at that, he's blowing for all he's worth.
Are your lungs strong enough to blow on that trumpet, Pat?
Indeed, I've played one.
Really? Well, Kari Nafiz plays it delectably. That's a lovely little touch. He just opened the face of his bat, mere push, using the pace of the ball, just wide of the diving fielder. Wonderful result.
I think that's the point you made, how quick it goes across the outfield as well. It was the slower ball, so there wasn't a lot of pace in it. It opens the blade. Once it beats that man, it runs away at pace. Even the slower ball. Oh, Sammy's gutted. He knows that just a better hand on it and there wouldn't have been a boundary.
The picture all coming from that over. 2 more deliveries to go. Sharian Nafiz has got his touch back. Waits on that one. Dabs it away. Good cricket here.
Man, it's good cricket. Oh man, that's good cricket. It's so tense. Suddenly, 69. That's the captain. The captain's right on the boundary. Far out of the action.
Don't understand why. You should be in the middle, marshalling your troops.
Sometimes if you're a good fielder, you've got to get the best fielders in the right position.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't see any reason for him to be so far away from the action. A dot ball, and that's been an excellent over. 13 coming from it after 12, 93 for 2. Three for 2, looking nice for the Barisal Bulls. Started off slowly, lost a couple of wickets early. First one at 3, second one at 10, and since then, partnership 83 of 57 balls. Smile on this guy's face, enjoying it, seeing himself up in the big screen.
spin on. A dampish ball, a little bit of turn, take the pace off it. Suddenly you've now got to make the play as the batsman. You use your feet, you sweep, you take a chance. He's a good bowler, this bloke.
Sure is, actually. Saklan Shajib uses his height well. He's the tallish bowler. He's had quite some success in this BPL, Saklan Shajib. He's taken some good catches too.
I like him as a bowler, to be honest. I think he's bowled really well with great control, and he's got a loop which I like. Now, the left-hander on strike would probably fancy to take him on, but there's mid-wicket, square leg, deep mid on, deep mid off. Does he go straight? Does he go mid-wicket? What does he do? Doesn't want a game to drift. I just sense they would probably be looking at him. He's a good bowler. You've got to watch him very carefully. He'll beat you in the flight.
Thought of giving him the charge. Adjusted wonderfully well. Played it back with a point. Collected 2 runs. I think intelligent on the part of the bowler initially to drop it short when the batsman exposed his intentions.
Yep, he did beat him in the flight. For sure, we saw him coming down the pitch. Just a little push forward. Now, will that affect the bowler? That's the question. As a bowler, you've got to watch that. Careful you don't get sucked into dropping it short again.
No, he doesn't get sucked into that at all. I think he's done exceedingly well in keeping it tight, stramping the batsman for space.
4 off 2. Are they prepared to give him 6 off an over? Or they're looking for more? Right-hander on strike. The ball has turned. What are his options? Got to be careful. The one he's looking for is the short ball that's wide for the cut.
Pitched up and sweeps well. There is protection in the deep. And one is all they're going to get of that ball. It's good bowling. Grimace on Saklan Shajib's face.
So he should have. If he missed that, he was gone. It was a middle stump. He got a bottom edge on it. He knows that as a bowler. You've seen it. Right, now, the left-hander on strike again. They're looking for a boundary. Does he take the risk? Will it come off? Last ball of the over. Just 5 off it. 4 or 5 off it.
Another good piece of bowling. Again, the sachet down the wicket, and again that ball dropped short. Good over from Saklan Shajib. 6 from it after 13, 99 for 2. Worm just waking up and going past the green one. Steady rise, just widening the gap. That's going to be a very crucial next couple of overs. Going to make or break either of the teams. 62 runs needed from the next 7 overs. A lot of discussion going on in the middle between the captain and the bowlers for the field placements. There you go, Mohammad Nabi actually talking to Darren Sami. Experienced player. Where is Shakib Al Hasan?
He bowls nicely as well, but occasionally drops it a little bit short early on in his spell. I just watched it. So maybe Graham Ford as a coach would have noticed that as well. Let's have a look.
You get a bit of the bat to it. Was there a thigh pad involved? Is there going to be a signal? Yeah. And Amal Haqmoni says it's off the thighs and a leg by.
It was a little bit short, but it was to the left-hander. Does it again to the right-hand, he might be in trouble. Now, sometimes when you bowling spin, it brings up the 100. Bowling spin, you've dropped it short the ball before. You know you've dropped it short. You want to overcompensate. You want to compensate. You've got to be careful to not overcompensate, especially if the ball's wet.
Good from Mohammad Nabi. That's his 50. Shabir Rahman with that single reaches his high score in the BPL and also gets 50 of 34 balls. It's been well paced. It's been appreciated by and it's taken them to a position of strength. Thanks to Almighty.
Well, the job's not done yet, Kabir. I've got news for you. They need another 30 from you. They want to win this game, you need another 25 at least. Got to stay focused.
And Shahriar Nafees has got to carry on in the same vein. I think he's done the hard work, moves on to 36, left-right combination, very difficult for the bowlers to adjust.
Still feel it's one decent size over away, and that's what's at stake for the bowlers. Still one decent over away. From the batting point of view, you've got to get somewhere along the line. You're going to have to pick up a 12.
On the way to that 12, is it? Yes, indeed. What a shot that just flat batted it away, much to the delight of the crowd. Super shot.
Wow. He is in good touch. He is in really good touch. It was the quicker ball, it skidded on. Wasn't the spinning ball, which is easier. But man, he's a natural sweeper.
Look at that expression amongst the supporters, just at the right time. 3 singles of the first 3 balls, and then sweeps that delectably. Mohammad Nabi will be under a bit of pressure now. You can see it in his eyes, looking around as his field. Where's he going to bowl now? Full toss. Oh, surprised the batsman. All he could do is adjust. Was it high? Wait, above waist high? No, I don't think so.
I think it was, you know, but I wouldn't call it dangerous. Probably feel, man, I missed out on that. But what it does do, it puts doubt in the bowler's mind. I think that ball really slipped, you know. Batsman needing some new gloves. He's perspiring out there. You can see trying to hold the ball. I found it hard to hold the ball like he's doing it up. I'd hold it like he's doing it now, against the seam.
Full face of the bat. Dot ball to finish the over. 8 from it. 14 gone. 107 for 2. Wonderfully poised this game. 6 overs remaining, 54 runs for the Barisal Bulls to get for this. Will take them to the finals to meet the Comilla Victorians, who are already waiting for one of these 2 teams to join them.
2 spinners on. I can just recall my days of bowling. I remember Shamim playing in a one-day tournament in Pakistan. At the Gaddafi Stadium one night. It was a triangular. I forget what the competition was. It was a triangular. We played Pakistan in the final, and it was so wet. You could hardly hold the ball. It is so nerve-wracking. You go up to bowl, and you know it's not going to spin because of the wetness. You're just hoping you can come out in the right area. It's very tough mentally to hold the ball. You've got to practice with it. In fact, I used to go down to nets and practice with wet balls, because you never know when you need to bowl with it, and you have the confidence.
Well, with the weather conditions in Bangladesh, all Bangladeshi bowlers will have to go through that period if they're playing day-night matches. It's going to get wet. It's going to go roll over the outfield and gather the dew. So you empathize with the spin bowlers. Shabir Rahman has been wonderful. Come to the party at the right time. His scored runs that we're talking about, his sweep shot. Cuts all around the ground. He's employed that. A big point over the top. To a full toss. It just puts it away with utmost comfort. That's backward of square region is fancied by him. And at the moment is looking very good. an efficient strike. Oh, an appeal. Was it going down the leg side? Bat's flown away from his hand.
You've got to be so careful fielding nowadays. You get slogged on the head by a bat. Yep.
Look where it's landed. They're talking about the dew having an effect on the bowlers. What effect is it having on the batters? Have a look at this.
He'd be sorry he missed out and it was short, going down the leg side. And there goes the bat.
Can we follow bat? There we go. Oh my goodness, that's dangerous. Back to square leg. Square leg umpire. Thankfully, he's standing at points. He's not standing in his original place. Otherwise, he might have been on the firing line of that flying bat.
.99 together, these two. What a partnership in just 71 balls.
And more to come. He's got underneath that one. Fielder is not going to get to it. He's going to go for the maximum. What a time to strike that over boundary. Excellent.
That is brave. There's a lot of courage in that, let me tell you. He knows at some point he's got to get a big over. And he's come down. He's taken on the man on the boundary. You have to swing hard and make sure you middle it. Don't mishit it.
He surely didn't. He latched onto that. Wonderful, wonderful cricket here. Very brave, as you said. Now, just water it down a little, I think. Done enough for the over. But that was there for the taking. Short. Maybe could have done a little better with that.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of fatigue as well. Don't forget that. Batting fatigue. Nabir on 63, Jaria 36. Now you go back to the toss. In these situations, you think you batted first. The conditions, knowing the conditions are going to be tough to bowl in.
And the point to consider is that Barisal Bulls have never lost any games chasing.
They're right.
That's right, Patrick.
Well, they'd have been happy then when they heard that. That's Graham Ford. The coach, stressed as usual, as all coaches, a little bit of a smile, but it's a nervous little smile. Lovely bloke. So one ball left. Shamim, one ball left.
He saw the batsman take up position prior to the bowling ball and he boarded. Bit of byplay going on here. Experienced Aklan Shajib, alert to the occasion. Makes the batsman wait. Little tuck around, nicely done. 11 of that over. 15 overs completed. 118 for 2.
Things have changed for the Barisal Bulls. They're chasing, and they're chasing good. 5 overs remain. 43 is what they require. The big part of this is they've got 8 wickets in hand. And from here, the Rangpur Riders will have to pull off a miracle. They will have to do something very special to come back into this game, because at the moment, looks like these two batsmen with a 108-run partnership are taking the game away and are ready to challenge the Comilla Victorians. Let's see if Danny and I can get some wickets here.
Oh, you'd like so, wouldn't you? So Kanda back, that's good. You're out of your stalls. You want the double R's to get through. Have that opportunity here through Arafat Sunny. Shakib's got one to go. Arafat Sunny, he's got a couple up his sleeve. So 43 and 30, very, very gettable, of course, with these two gentlemen at the crease. What can Sunny produce now?
Big single. Too many gaps on the onside. 2 runs taken. That's not good.
Have to break this partnership. It's as simple as that. He knows it. Crowd knows it. So does his dugout for the Riders. The big fish is on strike. 66 from 41, Shabir. The vampire. Ready to strike and bite again. 41 from 29. It's all on for the double Bs. Right here, they are favourites. You'd have to say, with just 2 down and these guys going like trains with a partnership of 110.
Why is the captain standing all the way away from the action at long on? Saqib Al Hasan.
Well, it is a specialist position. Problem is, you're right, he's not in the thick of it. He's not inside the circle, chatting to his bowler, amping things up. But he has got Darren Sammy there. And they say this to the modern players, particularly in this form of the game, that you've got to have other generals inside the team. Other leaders that can do a job. And he's chatting away there. Of course, he's captain of the West Indies. He captained St. Lucia in the Caribbean Premier League. Does Darren Sammy. There you go. Words of encouragement. Some strategy. And Shakib is back in that key position there at long off, and the other position is long on, particularly to the spinners. And this format misses out there.
Come on, Rangpur Riders. Let's make a match of this. Try to sweep that one. Wild swing. He was expecting that one to turn, but didn't. This time making it a low full toss. He's played that well. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. 4 more.
And the Fees goes into the 40s. Making it look easy. The Bulls, well, they're on the charge. Low full toss. Can't bowl those. The Fees. He has scored a century in the Bangladesh Premier League in the 2013 edition. First Bangladeshi to do so in this wonderful tournament.
Come on, take it, somebody. Oh, he got 4 fielders and no one could decide who wants it. No wonder Sammy's got his hands on its waist.
Desperately needed number 3 there. Did the double R's. Somebody had to get on that. Can you believe it? They're going to have to. Sonny.
Everyone's too spread out. This time he's got all of it.
Goodbye, good night. Is that it? Suddenly, the floodgates could open here with this mood of Shabir. Ends the 16th. It's 132 for 2, and it's a bit of this one. Yeah, strategic timeout.
স্টেডিয়ামে উপস্থিত সকল দর্শকদের মনোযোগ আকর্ষণ করছি। আইসিসি বর্ণ বৈষম্য আইনি ধারা সম্পর্কে আপনাদের অবহিত করা হচ্ছে। দর্শকদের কোনো খেলোয়াড়, আম্পায়ার, রেফারি, কোনো কর্মকর্তা অথবা দর্শকদের প্রতি জাতি, ধর্ম, বর্ণ, দেশ বা কোনো সম্প্রদায় সম্পর্কিত এমন কোনো আচরণ করবে না, এমন কোনো কাজ বা কথা বলবে না যা উক্ত খেলোয়াড়, আম্পায়ার, রেফারি, কর্মকর্তা অথবা অন্য দর্শকদের মর্মাহত করে, যা অপমানজনক, লজ্জাকর, ভীতিকর, হুমকিস্বরূপ অথবা অপমানজনক। বর্ণ বৈষম্যমূলক আইন ধারার প্রয়োগ। দর্শকদের স্মরণ করে দেওয়া যাচ্ছে যে জাতিগত বৈষম্যমূলক কোনো মন্তব্য অথবা কর্মকাণ্ডের সাথে জড়িত হয়ে থাকলে তাদেরকে 1. মাঠ থেকে বহিষ্কার করা হতে পারে, 2. অপরাধমূলক আইনি ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হতে পারে, 3. ছবি অথবা ভিডিও ইমেজের মাধ্যমে শনাক্ত করে তাদের বিরুদ্ধে তাকে আজীবন নিষেধাজ্ঞা আরোপ করা হতে পারে। ধন্যবাদ।
গ্যালারির সব দর্শকদের অনুরোধ জানানো যাচ্ছে যে কোনো অবস্থাতেই খালি পানির বোতল অথবা কোনো জিনিস মাঠের ভিতরে নিক্ষেপ করবেন না। আমি আবার বলছি, কোনো অবস্থাতেই খালি পানির বোতল অথবা আপনার হাতে থাকা কোনো জিনিস মাঠের ভিতরে নিক্ষেপ করবেন না। খালি পানির বোতল নির্দিষ্ট ডাস্টবিনে ফেলুন অথবা নিকটস্থ ক্লিনারের নিকট জমা দিন। এ ব্যাপারে আপনাদের সহযোগিতা একান্তভাবে কাম্য। দর্শক শ্রোতা যারা রয়েছেন, ব্যাংকের সৌজন্যে লটারির জয়ের মাধ্যমে রয়েছিল একটি আকর্ষণীয় মোটর বাইক। তার লটারি ড্র হয়ে গিয়েছে এবং বিজয়ীর যে নাম তার সিরিয়াল নাম্বারটি বলছি, টিকেটের সিরিয়াল নাম্বারটি 416740 416740। ধন্যবাদ।
$29 or 4 overs. To be honest, you shouldn't lose from here. There's no reason for any side with 8 wickets in hand to lose a match. But it's not over. The captain has decided he's going to bowl, but it's just that he is a little away from the action. A bit of concern. Oh, almost a full toss. That gets a single there. Oh, come back for 2.
Comfortably home indeed. These two on a roll. 124 partnership. And there we go. Into the wild blue yonder. And you could just sense that feel, the reaction. He just knows. Doesn't he? Shabir the vampire Rahman. Baring his teeth. Getting all of it. And he wants to strike some more. Gone, had to sacrifice it. Martinez just makes sure, safe than sorry, but that should be the third one down. Wanted to get down there and get the strike back.
That's the opening they were looking for. If it is out, they've got to attack the other end. He wasn't ready for that single. Yes, he's gone. He gave up long ago. Cheriar has to walk. He wasn't really available to take that single. He was ball watching. Has to play with his wicket. But well played. 44 of 40. 134 for 3. Not so 100% fitness-wise. Mahmudullah has just come in. He did try to stop a boundary in his... Oh, that's the first ball. He's on the non-striker's end. He did injure himself. And, yeah. But he has come up to bat at his number. That's the wicket.
Well, the partnership. He's always going to be struggling, was he, in the fees, but... put on 124, the third highest wicket partnership. And look at him. Passion there, punching his bat, saying back to Shabir, finish the job. Get us through to the final. Captain, on strike now. He wants to get Shabir back on strike. What a partnership, though. Third highest third wicket partnership in the history of all BPL. Going past 110 not out. between Gale and Mumadullah when the Bulls took on the Vikings. Well done, Shabir and Nafiz.
No. 24 of 19 from here. Mumadullah realizes that it's within their reach. There's no need for those lavish hits, big hits. Shabir's done the job alongside Shahryar. All he needs to do is just give him the necessary partnership and support to take the game. Happy man. Back to the bowler. 17 gone. 137 for 3. They started slow, 10 for 2, and then this big partnership that Danny just mentioned, and has taken them ahead of that green worm all the way, cruising. 75 not out for Shabir, and Mumadullah has just walked in. He's not out 1. They require 24 of 18. Someone can bowl a good over here. I reckon if you need last over and 10 runs, you can make a game of it.
Well, I reckon, 14 even. It's a count of 14. Say you lose now. If you lose Shabir, who's set, well and truly. So that's why they've got the international star quality to come back of Teixeira Pereira. To come back. He's only bowled the 1. Did disappear for 10 though. But that is who Shakib has gone to. He's gone to his international quality. Change of the pace, good Yorkers, great finisher. And Shabir is on strike. That on another night might have gone to the fielder in the air. As it is, squirts a couple. Yeah, Captain Courageous hobbling out there. He wants to be amongst it. You mentioned this bit of fielding. Yeah, single air, just hobbling through. He dived on the boundary whilst they were fielding, the Bulls. A couple of bounces on both knees, in fact. Yeah, but that one there, I think the left one more so. Ow.
It was all because he dived wrong, jammed his knee. In the air. Oh, what an effort, but it's dropped in the end. You can't drop these. Darren Sammy, how could you do that?
That's what Pereira's asking as well. Big man, big hands, good athlete. Well, he got there. Yeah. Stopped on the shot, Shabir. Look at this. Oh, he got there. The man who was set. I reckon he'd take those 9 times out of 10, Darren Sammy.
You've dropped Shabir. Man batting on 79, you've dropped him. You could have sent jitters into the Bulls camp had that catch been taken. Wide outside the off stump. That's good bowling. Just trying to take it away from the reach of the batsman.
Not only did he drop it, actually cost 2 runs to rub salt further into the wound of the double R's. Great ground, big hands, yeah, hit right at the top of the right hand. I know he's got some strapping on there, but that's got nothing to do with it. No excuses, got there and shelled it. Massive moment in these death overs. Sudden death, second qualifier.
That's a big hit. That's in the air as well. Is it going all the way? Sammy once again. Oh, balance. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Talk about a comeback in the same over. Mohamed Nabi. Pat on the back. Smiles all round, but not from that guy. The Bulls have lost the vampire. He's out of here. What a tremendous piece of fielding. That is why you have your specialists out on the fence. Shakib's been out there. Pereira's been out there. And now Sammy makes the grab. And I want to look at that footwork. The left boot there, I reckon. Has he touched it? Gonna have to come back and have a look at this one. All 6'4" of them. Balance there. They just want to make sure. There, and one more. There. Holds the pose there as well. Oh, 9.2 for the balance. Two hands back there. Presence of mind, have a look at the rope, and there. Tightrope walking there. That's it, I think. He's all right, Sack is.
For sure he is. Amazing flexibility. The way he balanced right at the end, I thought he's just going to fall over. That's one hop. That's two. This is the toughest moment for him. He's falling over. But he manages to put all the weight on that left leg and keep the ball in the field. Brilliant work. I would just give him out for the effort. Let's check out the official call. And it's out. What a knock from Sabir Rahman. 79 of 49. He's got his team close to victory. 141 for 4. The wicket-taking pair in the seats. 2 gone. 20 of 14, and I think what you said, that if it's around somewhere between 10 and 14 required in the last over, and Shabir can go, then it becomes a game. Thisara Pereira has created 2 chances and they grab 1. Got right in the block hole. Single available easy.
Talked it up, didn't we? Get rid of the man that is in and set and smoking it. He wanted to finish it in style. Got a little greedy to Shabir. Thought he'd pop this over long on for 6, but big Darren Sammy got in the way. Wonderful balance. Presence of mind to look, sight the boundary rope, and still hold his composure enough to evict the catch. Ayed Emirates. So Riyad's out there, the man who finished things off on Thursday night. So he'll be feeling confident with bat in hand, and he's out there with his captain who's just come to the crease as well.
Back to the bowler. That's well done by Thisara Pereira. Dot ball is always welcome. 18 gone, 142 for 4.
Pereira, he's got 2 up his sleeve, so he will end up bowling the last. Where are they going to for the 19? Shakib's done and dusted. Skipper's gone skip. Does he go to pace? Bit of medium? Go to experience? Has to in a way, yeah. Had to go to the big solution.
Yep. Sammy has to bowl this over, and this is the over that will decide everything, because how many runs can he leave Thisara Pereira with? They've got 19 to get and 12 balls to go, yeah. Well, supporters of the Bulls. And suddenly after the departure of Shabir, everyone's at the edge of their seats.
This is where you earn your gold as an overseas star in franchise T20 cricket. Got Pereira on at one end. We've now got Sammy coming on. 12 balls, 19 required. Can he hold this down to maybe 5 or 6 off it? And suddenly, the opposition need 13 or 14 off the last.
And Danny, you've got Emrit, who's yet to get on the mark, and Mahmudullah, who's struggling, and he's not out too. So you've got 2 new batsmen. It's not that easy.
Well, let me tell you, the first ball of this over, vital. If it goes for a boundary, relieves that pressure valve massively for the Barisal Bulls. They know that. He must start well. In this 19th, Darren Sammy.
Sammy will bowl well. After that catch that he took, I'm very sure he's got it all sorted in his head. That's the... Oops!
Improvisation to the max. Expect the unexpected. Cross seamer from Sammy. Back end of a length. And then you just say to yourself as a coach looking, go, just what if he just kept still and maybe decided to free those arms and go over the offside and lace it through cover or extra cover. Wide open spaces. Yes, there's a man at extra cover on the fence, but either side of him, you get it over the ring. Massive real estate out there. Here's Emrit.
Oh, wide ball. You can't do that. Wide ball, extra run. That means you got 11 balls to bowl and 17 to get.
Darren Sammy will know what Emrit did the other evening, Thursday night. 54 off 28, Emrit. You've got Cooper to come in who can strike it big as well. But really, they don't want to leave it to anyone else. Emrit.
He plays it down to long on. Only a single there. Didn't get hold of it.
Just as well. Another occasion he might have got it further on the blade. It would have been down the throat and out of here. As it is, it's a good result because it gets Mahmudullah back on strike. Oh, feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife. 16 from 10 for the Double Bs to get themselves into the final on Tuesday night.
The Saqib Al Hasan came running to Sammy, had a word to share with him. Darren Sammy has bought 4 more balls to bowl. Come on, Sammy. What have you got for us? Sammy to Mahmudullah. In the air. It's in the air. Fielder under it. Oh, it just lands between the two. The captain. And the important thing is the batsman come back for 2.
Geez, the gods are smiling on Mahmudullah. The slice there, and so fortunate that he got that amount of blade on it. Oh, the swivel in the hand of the bat. It's beaten Shakib, and Pereira can't get there. That's that real estate I was talking about. Wide open spaces over that side in that pocket. Sammy, because of the wide, he's gone for 5. We've still got half an over.
In the air again. This has to be out. Yes, it is. Pereira doesn't drop. 147 for 5 now. This match is on.
It sure is. It's well and truly on, buddy. Look at what it means. The double R's are out of their seats, and it's the skipper, Mahmudullah, trying to finish it in style. He wanted to smoke it for 6, and in the end has only succeeded in skying it out to long off. Pereira, one of the men you do want underneath it. Comfortable catch, 5th one down. Celebrations for Sammy and co. Mahmudullah out for just 5. It's 147 for 5.
Well, this game, 5 wickets down. Sammy catches one off Pereira, and then Pereira gets one off Sammy. Slow one. That's a bad ball. That's a big hit. That's a 6.
Could this be the game? 2 West Indians batting and 1 bowling. Yeah, signals. Look, it's almost a scrap between the dugouts, having a sledge at each other, the owners. Oh, brilliant. Cross-seamer, slower one. Brave enough to bowl one, but he missed his mark to Sammy. I tell you what, Riyad Emirates didn't. Bats this out of the screws, it goes all the way. Oh, ecstatic. Brilliant cricket.
Well, the overseas are turning it on here, as if he just knew what Sammy's going to bowl. That's a good one. He's appealing for a catch. Umpire says no. Well, end of the over. 6 balls, 8 runs, 1 5 3 for 5. Balls, 8 runs. They're all on their feet now. They don't want chairs. The 2 West Indians talking to each other. Emirates got that big 6, and the Barisal Bulls feel that they are just having the game within their control. It's Tisara Pereira to bowl the last one for the Rangpur Riders, and it's Cooper on strike.
Music amping, and so are the crowd. Pumped to the max. It's come down to the wire, but really, your confidence has got to go with the men with the bats in hand. Who'd be a coach? 8 off 6. I think you'd be furious in a way if you lost it from here, particularly with Emirates. In the groove from a half century on Thursday night, he's just fatted his West Indian teammate for 6. We've got Pereira bowling the 20th. Up against Cooper. Oh no! Shocking start! Yeah, I'm afraid so. Should be game over. 1 at 8. Now it's 4.
For the bowlers, but no excuses here. Straying down the leg side. And that's gone. And keeper couldn't do anything about it. Just completely all balls.
Disgust and despair from the bowler and the skipper of the double R's. Needed to start well. Don't they know it in the Riders' sideline dugout? 4 from 5. Should be all over Red Rover, but you just never know. Pereira, can he knock over Cooper? And whoever is next to come in. Yorkers are the order now. Can he hit his mark? Tisara Pereira. So good at it, so adept at finding the Yorker. Missed his first one. Got to come back with some rippers now to smash over the stumps.
It's the overseas now locking horns. Tisara Pereira to Cooper. Can Tisara knock 1 wicket? Can they keep Cooper on strike? No, single. Oh! Well done, well stopped, but the batsman will come back for 2. 4 balls and 2 runs.
Delightfully placed. Bulls fans got the full horns on. Beautifully placed. Doing it in style. Keeping it simple. Oh, the vampire's there. Shabir Rahman. Out of their seats, and look at them celebrating. It's still ain't over Rover, but you think 2 from 4 it should be. The double Bs should get into the final with Camilla.
Yeah, just 2 runs away. Full toss. That should be it. That's a boundary. The Barisal Bulls go into the final of the BPL, and they've beaten the opposition by 5 wickets.
5 in a row and chasing. They do love chasing. Do the Barisal Bulls. Time to rejoice and crank up the music. There's the vampire. Has to be man of the match. A stunning display in terms of chasing down 160. Oh, NASA and the gang are going crazy. All the support staff absolutely jubilant. And the Rangpur Riders, what if only? Couple of opportunities to do it. But it's so easy to see the game slip away from you if you're slightly off as a bowler. Miss your Yorker, miss your slower ball, and boy does it disappear quickly in this form of the game. A wonderful semi-final qualifier, and it's the Barisal Bulls getting up to meet the Camilla Victorians in the final of the BRB Bangladesh Premier League for 2015 on Tuesday night. Should be a terrific final with these two sides getting through. Final rights. Everyone up and in, and Cooper says, I'll go up and over. Fist pumping, and don't they love it? Scrambling onto the pitch to see their mates, and the owners rejoice for the double Bs. Shaki, absolutely gutted. But look at the other side of the coin. Winners are grinners.
Yeah, he's played the winning knock. Shabir's done so well, and yes, Tisara Pereira was struggling to get those Yorkers. He bowled 2 full tosses, a boundary of the first ball, and then they have all the reason to enjoy. Look at the Bulls fans. They worked hard for this victory. They've chased 5 times, and they won all 5 games. Proud coach there. So it's going to be the Camilla Victorians and the Barisal Bulls who will play the final day after tomorrow. The fight went right down to the last over. The Rangpur Riders in the end, but the damage was done right up front. Look at Shabir. He's got 79. That partnership with Shariar, 44 for him. Above 100 runs in a T20. You get a partnership like that, you're taking the game away from the opposition. Well played. They won this.
Stepper for Shabir. What a time to bring on your second best score in this form of the game. Confidence from the other evening. Yesterday when he got runs, got 41, now he's got 79. And you could tell it flowed on from yesterday evening. Shots all around the clock. A young man, very confident. And here are the moves in the groove sideline for the winners. A bit of gangnam for the Bulls. All right. So much commotion, so much happening. Let's go sideline to Patrick Simcox.
Danny, I gotta tell you, it is pandemonium. It's broken out, it's gone crazy. It's a mess. There's people dancing all over, and I've managed to pull in Ryan Emmerich. Ryan, how was that, mate?
First of all, thanks to the Almighty. With him, nothing is possible. It's amazing now, the way we played throughout the tournament to get this far into the final. It seems that we always want to carry the game along to the last ball.
Now, you came in without Chris Gale. I mean, what a big name to win a game without him.
Yeah, no, he told us this morning that we played 2 games against this team without him and we won, so it's nothing different this time around. So I think the guys believe in themselves. They know Chris isn't there, so they need to step up.
How did it feel at the end there? Just tell me, just explain a little bit how it felt.
To be honest, I'm getting into that position. It's a bit nervous. I thought the 2 guys at the top, they really brought it back for us. But I know this one, it only take 1 ball to get a boundary, and then it's back on our side.
Coop's doing a job there.
Yeah, he's a big guy, he hits a long ball, and we back ourselves. As I said before, we do this in practice every day. 10 runs, 6 balls, and we always back ourselves to get it.
Okay, now there's a little off day tomorrow. You think there'll be a bit of celebrating tonight, maybe?
No, the job isn't finished as yet. Yes, we must celebrate a victory. It's a good victory, but the job isn't finished as yet. We have Camilla, who's been playing really good cricket. They beat us twice before, so now we really need to get over them this time around.
Well, thanks for the entertainment tonight. We loved it.
Thanks.
Oh, yes. Shabir the Vampire Rahman. Half century nationals. Brilliant scenes here. The bowling, just not good enough on the night in the end. Not enough wickets up front to stop that big partnership with Nafees and Shabir. Sonny got one, a few here and there, but not enough. 160 in the end wasn't good enough because they got it with half an over to spare thanks to Shabir and Nafees there. 124 they put on. It is the highest third wicket partnership in all BPL. Quite an extraordinary partnership that took a game away from the Rangpur Riders in this one. A win by 5 wickets to the Double Bs. Taking a break here, and then we'll catch up now with a post-match presentation.